old, and I lost 40 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. And looking at pictures, I realized that my color wasn't good. I looked bloated, constantly tired, out of breath. It got to the point where I decided it was time to pick up the phone and call Awaken 180. The combination of the diet and the coaching really pushed me over the top. My self-confidence soared. I'm walking, I'm working out. Instead of 68, I feel like I'm 28. I just had my annual physical, and my doctor looked at my blood pressure and he said, "What did you do? What happened?" And I explained that I'm on the Awaken 180 program. I've never felt so good in my life. And as somebody that sometimes likes to take the shortcut, I didn't have to do that with this program. Awaken 180 is my solution for weight loss.
Carl's solution for weight loss, my solution for weight loss. Matt Hayes here. Lower blood pressure, increased confidence, feeling years younger. Want the same results? Then do what we did and make your own at Awaken180weightloss.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Oh, I've spilled my coffee. I've got the incredible shrinking chair. I'm a mess right out of the gates this morning. Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Wednesday morning. I think it's Wednesday, right? E.T., good morning.
Shut by six.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. I got a mess in here. It's annoying me. Let me, let's just do one thing here real quick. First thing I get in, I check in. I've been here for, ever. And in the commissary, 1010XO commissary. And just getting kind of situated, getting the coffee maker turned on, that kind of thing. And I have a big cup of coffee, and I knocked it right over. So I got to deal with all that, E. I don't need that. I come in, I sit down. We got the incredible shrinking chair, and no matter what we do, scientists remain baffled. We can't get the damn thing fixed, apparently. It's one of those deals that you sit in it, gang, and then you just kind of, as the time goes on, you just slowly go down the elevator.
So annoying.
Yeah, you just kind of slowly go, and then what do? You click it on the side, pop it back up, and then slowly ride it back down again. Isn't that fun? Don't y'all love doing that? All right, where are we starting? Right off the gates here this morning. Are you watching? Are you watching so that you're not just, dog cussing up and down, right and left when in a couple of weeks a 1 or 2 seed loses in the second round and you just scratch your head and wonder, how can that be? They've been so doggone good. Well, if you've been paying attention the last couple of weeks, the pitfalls show themselves. Those guys waiting to ambush, they show themselves. Those armies of strength, those highly ranked college basketball teams, there they are up there in the rocks and the cliffs. They're going to come get you. We saw it last Tuesday, didn't we? Florida went into Athens, faced a hungry Georgia team, needing to win, keep their NCAA hopes alive. Flat out lost on the road, fell behind by 20-something points, 26 points. Last night, Auburn, one of the best teams in the country, if not the best. They've been number one for a while. 2 losses before last night to Duke and to Florida. Went into Texas A&M. Same Texas A&M team Florida just, ran out the building Saturday in Gainesville. Same Texas A&M that's lost 4 straight games. Auburn went into Texas A&M last night, and Texas A&M won the game easy. I think ultimately by 11 points. Pulled out to a nice little 6 to 10 point lead, kept it all night. And so thank goodness for Auburn. It's not 2 weeks from now, and they're not going bye-bye because they just lost a second-round game to BYU, who, oh, by the way, beat Iowa State last night on the road. Iowa State would be yet another team that right now would be a 1 or a 2 seed. By most accounts, maybe a 3 for Iowa State. They've had some injuries late that, if the committee's paying attention, shouldn't affect them too much. But just in this last couple of Tuesdays, we've seen Iowa State, a top 2 seed, lose at home. We've seen Auburn, a top 2 seed, lose at Texas A&M. We've seen Florida, a top 2 seed, lose at Georgia. So, yeah, don't rip up the brackets and mutter to the basketball gods, little G, when the madness ensues in a few weeks. We're getting a good little tease, good little primer of what's to come. And, last night, just another perfect example. Auburn loses. Iowa State loses at home to BYU. A lot of dangerous teams there are going to be sitting between 3 and even as far as 8 on the seed line. There's a lot of parity in that middle, man. And you can pick any conference you want to look at as an example. The only team that right now is just absolutely cruising and crushing is Duke. And they are. And they're kind of under the radar, aren't they? Doesn't it feel like Duke's a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, it does.
I said this yesterday. This seems to be the most under-publicized, under-covered, like cult hero superstar player that's come along in a while, especially playing at Duke. I don't get the same vibe that I got from Zion or Leitner or just name the Grant Hill or any of the Duke superstars that have come along. I don't feel like that's and maybe it's me. Maybe it's been there and I've just missed it. I'd like to think not. I pay a lot of attention to college hoops. But am I on to something there?
You are.
Right.
You are. Normally, there's like a lot more hype behind it.
Something, right? But especially because this dude is checking a lot of the hype boxes, right?
He is that boy.
Yeah. So just it's in but back to the team point. Duke's playing the best right now. And again, they have a win over Auburn. And will it be a special season for Duke? They're the ones that haven't shown, any Achilles heel. When's the last time Duke lost? I guess Clemson probably got them. Been a few weeks now.
Yeah, Clemson got them. Kansas got them, and somebody else.
Kentucky got them.
Yes, that's it. That was the third.
So they've got one conference loss in an ACC that, it's down, but it's not like you just go run through that baby undefeated. As Auburn is, found out, he's especially good. The fact that they only had one conference loss this late in the year. Auburn, by the way, finishes at Alabama. It's Bama and Florida tonight. There's another top 2 seed that's going to lose. Now, this one will feel more like an Elite 8 or Final Four matchup if we are kind of, symbolizing March Madness to come here in the next few weeks.
That feels like a football matchup.
Yeah, that feels like that, and it is. That's a big boy. That's a big boy tonight. That's a big boy. That's a big game for Florida. Has stepped up big in the big games for the most part. Haven't won them all. At Kentucky was a big game earlier this year. They fell in that one, but I mean they've also played North Carolina when North Carolina was still a brand, and I think still a ranked team earlier in the year. They were able to beat them. They've beaten a lot of teams. So anyway, that's a big one tonight. We'll have more talk on that. We got to get Smart John today on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Murphy Power Hour, I assume. We're also going to talk about a golf event going out at Atlantic Beach, kind of prime the pump for the very best in all of the world to play at the Players next week. But Atlantic Beach is hosting an event on the female side. So a chance to get, you got a little girl that loves golf, a chance for her to get out and see some this weekend or just to support the game here in town as well. So we'll talk that with the one of those involved. Coming up a little bit later. I'm going to move on now to the difficulty in following, legend. When I say legend here, we're talking ultimate legend status. Normally, the sons of, say, Michael Jordan or Walter Payton, or they might be good. There may be some bloodline there. There's never this real high expectation for them. You feel me? And a lot of Tony Dorsett's kid played in the NFL. There's Jerry Rice's son, I believe, is in the league now. The real greats who have kids, Emmitt Smith's kids, right? There's just
Walter Payton.
We all realize, there's no way they're going to be as good as their dad is or was, and we get that.
Right.
Most of these guys, most of them, they know their lane. We didn't see Walter Payton's kids who played. Jarrett Payton was nothing but a charming, right? Nothing but well-heeled, man.
Yeah.
Jordan's kid never walked around wearing Michael Jordan's bling. He never carried daddy's credit card.
Nope.
Right? And I can't really think of many kids of athletes who came up and almost disrespected his dad's name and made an ass of himself. Now the game has changed a little bit today. Those that might follow in footsteps now, they get a little bit different attention. They have a platform that some of these other legacy athletes didn't have. It's called social media, and they're happy to tell you at times how great they are. There are two sons of greats right now that are positioned in the sports world, and it's striking how differently they're handling it. Granted, one of them has had more success at the highest level before the pro level, while the other didn't get that far and went right to the pros. But have you figured out who I'm talking about here?
You got Shador, and I don't know who the other one is.
Bronny.
Okay.
It's Shador and Bronny, okay? Now, Shador may be great, but I feel like Shador is carrying Dion's credit card around a lot more than Bronny ever carried LeBron's. And whether or not that's true, I don't know how the reporting is shaded here. But Todd McShay's not a sugar stirrer. You know what I'm saying? A pretty meat and potatoes guy. And so yesterday he has this on the podcast. He's talked to two quarterback needy teams picking in that top 6. All right? Who are just what's the word even? Stupefied by their meetings with Shador, who is, and this is where I'm saying Dad's credit card, who is sitting out and talking to them as if he's Deion Sanders. And I just don't know if it's the time for that. Maybe there's a method to the madness. Maybe there's a team that says, hey, tank it with everybody else. You're our guy. You know, the difference between supreme confidence and, professional negligence. You got to do yourself the best chance to be put in the best situation. And so, reports are coming that I'll use confidence to be kind to the kid. I've never seen anything from Shador in his interviews or in his play that are anything other than hard-working, good-looking prospect to me. If I were a quarterback-needy team and, to heck with all the evaluations and the, trying to find comps, you only get chances to get quarterbacks if you're in the top 10 every so often. And if I'm one of these quarterback-needy teams, you're darn right I'm pulling the trigger on Shador. But it's just he seems to be carrying Deion's
bravado.
Yeah, and he hadn't earned it yet. Deion earned a lot more of it in college even than Shador has. And the bottom line is this: if Shador Sanders was Shador Hamilton, son of Bill and Linda Hamilton in Boulder, I don't know if the coverage would be the same. The ceiling would be the same. I just don't know. But I contrast it with Bronny, who just seems to be all shucks along for the ride. Everything everything has been manufactured for and towards him. Oh, by the way, I have this for you, E. I was thinking about this driving in, just this situation and how differently it feels like Bronny and Shador are handling the process. Now, granted, one of them is a legitimate first rounder and the other wasn't. And Bronny should have just stayed in school for 3 or 4 years and gotten good and given himself a better chance. They rushed him in so Daddy could play with him. It's just sure, it's clear as day that that's what happened. So he sat, to the point that Bronny's even sacrificed off of his dad's name. Who knows what he would have been on his own? I don't know. But I can tell you what's going to happen in Lakerland. You ready for this one, E?
Educated.
Ready? This is happening this year down the home stretch. Go ahead and fast forward. There's 5 games left, and they put on the circus show, and Bronny and Bron start together, and they're the first father-son each go for 20 in a game. I don't care if it takes 40 shots for Bronny to get there. That's happening.
You think so?
They're going to wag that dog, buddy. You heard it here first. This is why they pay me the big bucks. We're going to have a big umbrella party for Bronny and Bron and history made in this father-son game down the stretch. When the Lakers got Portland on the schedule and they're 3 clear of 3rd. That's coming. Meanwhile, we're going to let Bronny simmer down there in the G. Give me the Bronny latest game logs. What are we doing now?
Yeah, he gets busy. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, let him just get used to chucking up shots down there and running the floor. And we're going to bring him up, and we're going to have 5 guys mysteriously that are banged up one night. And Murray, we got to call Bronny up. We're going to start Bronny. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this is what J.J. Redick says. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to what Bronny's doing down there in the G League, but yeah, it's time to get another status check. So Bronny will be in the starting lineup this Thursday against Portland. That's coming. Let's see what old Bronny's doing now. I know he had like a 30-point game or a high 20s game recently we were talking about. It's hard to find those G League game logs. He's in there searching. By the way, I don't need the statistical markers for LeBron. Like now, last night, first in NBA to score 50K combined points. We understand he's the scoring leader. He's going to be the first to hit every number. Nonetheless, he did do that last night. Luka had another big game. LeBron and Luka are finding their form, man. That yin and yang is coming together pretty quick. And another victory for them last night. Boy, those two teams in the West with the old folks, they are playing well with these trades. Golden State beat the Knicks last night. They're 9-1 since Jimmy Butler joined them in the starting lineup. 9-1 with Jimmy Buckets. Man, one team's trash is another's treasure in this league, boy. Put him in the right situation, get him motivated, complete different players. In fairness to Jimmy Butler, at least he gave the Heat that Jimmy Butler for a lot of years, right? 4, 5, 6 years, Jimmy Buckets took them, to 2 finals? He went to 2 finals or 1? They went to 2, right? Didn't they?
I think they went to an Eastern Conference final,
That's it.
and then they went to a finals in the bubble.
The bubble, they were definitely in the finals. They weren't in the finals just a couple, 3 years ago. Who'd Denver beat in their final? And it beat the Heat. Didn't the Heat beat Boston?
You could be right. Or no, was it Boston? Was it Boston?
No, Boston.
Yeah, because Boston went 1 year and they lost.
Is that what happened?
And then Tatum brought them back the following year.
I thought Buckets took them. Golden. I could have sworn Buckets took him to the finals a couple of years ago. Let's see what we got here. This is fun. What a job we have. You guys riding along.
Bronny averaging 21.9 in the G League.
So now he's, quote, earned that slot. Let's see where Bronny is, right? Now he's earned that. And so, yeah, that's coming. Let's see. I mean, why can't I get the daggum? How hard is it just to get the list of champions? That's all I want, man. I just want the finals. Oh, goodness gracious. No pretense here. You're looking behind the curtain. And when you do, you see a spilled cup of coffee. Don't tell anyone.
Denver beat Miami in 2022, 2023.
Yeah, they just lost to Denver.
Yeah, it was a year before Golden State beat the Celtics.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're at Miami 2 years ago.
Yeah. And that was definitely Jimmy Buckets.
Right. So he put him on his back, remember?
Yep.
So 2023 and 2020. So Jimmy gave Miami plenty of Jimmy Buckets, and then it got to the point down there in Miami, they're spinning their wheels, and Buckets wants one more run. And point being, back to it, is that he's getting it with Golden State. Anyway, I digress. We're up and at 'em here on a Wednesday morning. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. We'll circle around to Jagland when we return. Also, DJ Lagway on a podcast, and we got a clip. All that and more next on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
For many, it's the happiest place on earth.
At 17 in Players Championship.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling.
and Beaver Toyota.
On 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey y'all, I'm Hannah with the Deck Guys. We've been locally owned and operated for over 10 years in the outdoor living space. If you are looking to get spring projects started, like a new deck, pavers installed, or maybe a pergola, we would love to earn your business. Just remember,
call the Deck Guys if you want a brand new deck, pavers, or more. Call 904-813-2474.
TheDeckGuysJacks.com.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jack rolling.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're back on the Beach Host Plumbing Wednesday. I'm a torn here, ET, what to do on the Staying Alive show tomorrow. Do I get a couple tickets and just surprise Mrs. P and head on down there, or do I give the heads up and say, hey, is this something you'd want to do? That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tweener. I mean, we both get up early, you know what I'm saying? I could be way overshooting the interest she might have and,
True.
Going downtown and doing all that on a Thursday night.
Or at the same time, she could be like, oh, that's awesome.
That's true, too.
You never know.
That's correct. Hey, put your clothes on. We're going out. What? Yeah, we'll see. So this TGL, this video golf league or simulated golf league that Tiger and Rory have put together is winding down. The playoffs are now set. Tiger's team lost again last night, so they are out.
Dang, Tiger.
Go Atlanta. Hot Atlanta is on to the playoff round now. Here's but Tiger was on with Scott Van Pelt on SportsCenter last night. And it started as just kind of a wrap up of this TGL venture, what he thinks of year one, what has surprised him. Here's one thing that's real, that's probably fun even for those players. And I can see how this would be real. just because it's so where they're playing, the environment they're in, so different from being on PGA Tour. Yes, you're still hitting a golf ball. Yes, they in some cases are hitting off of real grass, but it's just different. You're on putt-putt greens, man. I don't care how nice they make them. It's just different. And so it was interesting that, like, remember Ludwig won out at Torrey Pines a couple weeks ago,
Yep.
Well, he played the very next day, that Monday. He had flown back to Jupiter, and he was playing in one of those TGL events. And somebody had asked him, and he said that he was as nervous, as anxious over a couple of those shots in the TGL as he was that weekend playing at Torrey Pines. And at first, when he first said something like that, you mean, yeah, just sure you were. But then when you really think about it, I could get it. That PGA Tour stroll is a pretty comfy one for these guys who are established.
Yep.
Right? They get in their lane. There's no one around them. It's peaceful, beautiful environment. They got a really good golf game. There ain't a whole lot gets in their head. There's not a whole lot they got to encounter. And then you play this goofy golf, and it's a little bit different stress level on your golf game. I wouldn't necessarily say skill. So that's one thing that was, and once you get that buy-in from the player, they realize, okay, there is a little something at stake here. And then I think the TGL has done a much better job of expressing the personalities. Tiger said that too. He said, the one thing I'm most happy about is these personalities of all these guys that I play with, you're now getting to see. They got the ones that we know that you get to see some. And that didn't happen for the first couple of weeks. It was kind of dead. But that's picked up, that personality aspect of it as well. But what caught me more than those, quote unquote news updates on TGL was Tiger was asked if he knows when he might play again, on behalf of his fans. And, almost choked up. I mean, he Googled, is that gone viral in any way at all? Not to necessarily play it, although maybe we could. I don't know how it translates. But just for you to see it, see if you can follow that up. But when he was asked about playing and when he might return, he got a little emotional. He said, I got to be honest, I just picked up a club for the first time since, and then he tried to figure out how to phrase it exactly. My mom passed, or since my mom's been gone, or whatever phraseology he used, and so his heart, based on my heart, just hadn't been in the game. And you could read the emotion there. I mean, it felt like we were a trigger away from tears. And that may give us a little bit of pause on where Tiger would be even for the Masters this year. I don't know. Maybe that's the return point. That seems like a place that brings a lot of great memories for him. He's had a lot of great family memories there with his mom and dad. So, if you're talking about a return for Tiger at the Masters, I think by then we're talking more about his physical health than his emotional well-being. But it was on display in that, somewhat casual interview scenario last night. All right, moving on. Yeah, it's real. This momentum is real. Hicken was right yesterday. His poll question was right. It wasn't just a feeling of the day, because now it's lingering post-combine. More and more of the speculation is that the Jaguars will go Will Campbell at offensive line with the 5th pick, to the point I almost think it's dang near flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Like everyone that was saying Mason Graham, I've seen a couple in a row now that are going Will Campbell. I've got one. Is it shit? No, here's one from, I was going to say Ship, not something else. Settle down. This is Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator is now spitting out offensive lineman Will Campbell. Here's what they write. I walked into the NFL scouting combine thinking there was a chance the Jaguars would take an offensive lineman at number 5, but it wasn't at the top of my thought process. That's pretty accurate. That changed during the week, though, in part due to a lot of smoke about Mason Graham to the New England Patriots at 4. Well, that would force your hand. And in part because it seems like plenty of teams might project Campbell as a guard. The Jaguars could do what Washington did in 2015, take a great college left tackle and turning him into a top NFL guard. That guy, by the way, Brandon Sheriff, made 5 Pro Bowls after the switch. Well, I don't think Sheriff went number 5 overall. He may have been a top 10 pick, though. They are committed, and they have said offensive line. This would be a perfect marriage because you're not even replacing anyone. You're still doing your due diligence on just where Cleveland and Harrison and Morse and Little, stack up, grade out. But, Sheriff, there's an opening there. And if the guy can come in and be just an abject mauler right off the bat, Mason Graham going 4 certainly makes that a whole lot more likely in my mind. But, by the way, in this mock in round 2, they get Kenneth Grant. Yeah, sign me up for that right now. If I can get the offensive line prospect and then somehow Grant falls all the way to 36, I don't think Grant falls there. And it's so funny. It just must be game tape and quick hands and fighting off blocks and all those, quote, intangibles. Because if you just look at the measurements and even the stats, Grant would be the prospect, every bit the prospect is Graham. I think we pointed this out last week. I'm not going to look at the stats again, but like tackles for loss and pressures and sacks, the measurables and 40 time, in some cases even tilt Grant's way. I don't think he's there in the second round. I could be wrong. I think go a little further with this mock draft. How about Jack Beck? He's a receiver from TCU. Now, he's an interesting story. He did well in the Senior Bowl. He caught the game-winning touchdown, but he lost his brother in that, it ended up being a terrorist act, right, in New Orleans?
Yep.
Where the guy drove into the crowd in Bourbon Street. Well, Jack Beck's brother, who's a former, I think, kicker maybe at Princeton or something, was in the crowd and was lost in that. Get a DB, Billy Bowman. Again, round 4 for Billy Bowman. You take it all day long. I just don't know if he's going to be there. This guy's with a nose for the ball from the Sooners. Get a running back from Virginia in round 4. Round 5, an Iowa tight end. Oh, if it's an Iowa tight end, I'm willing to take my chances.
Yes, sir.
They just pump them out, don't they?
And honestly, if it's an Iowa cornerback, I might take my chances on him.
Especially if he's a white dude.
Yes, sir.
They got a couple of those right now, don't they? I got a linebacker, Teddy Buchanan. Then we got an edge rusher from Minnesota, Ja Joyner. Love the name. Developmental quarterback Brady Cook. Boy, his stock really fell the last couple of years, but the Missouri product has been up there. So anyway, there's just one. I decided to go down and look at the rest of those picks along with you because I have another mock draft here that I was looking at, and this one comes from a pretty established, from the scouting path of the NFL machine. And, E.T., I know when you were doing Jaguars Today back in the day, I'm pretty sure you guys used to have this guy on, Dane Brugler.
No, Brooks.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, so Dane Brugler, I think he has actually been on a scouting staff in the NFL. He approaches mock drafts and this season from a real scouting eye, not just a compilation of what he's hearing.
Oh, yeah, no, he do his thing.
All right, so his latest mock draft, okay? Number 1, he has the Giants trading up and getting Cam Ward. He's got the Browns going Abdul Carter. The Titans, who have traded with the Giants, fall to 3. They still get Travis Hunter. The Patriots take offensive tackle Armand Mimbu. So, man, that smoke from the combine is real if you're already declaring that. So that leaves the Jaguars with the 5th pick, and Mason Graham hasn't been picked, and neither has
Travis Hunter.
No, Hunter went 3rd.
Dang it.
Yeah, he's gone. But at 5, Brugler says with the 5th pick, the Jags go Will Campbell. And that's with nothing about Graham already being gone. Here's what Brugler writes about Campbell. This is a pick that checks the box for both best available and a need, and the Jaguars land the 6'6", 320-pounder at number 5, provides Jacksonville a versatile lineman with Pro Bowl potential at both guard and tackle for the next decade. Campbell's consistency has been key in Baton Rouge, surrendering just 2 sacks in his last 25 games. Well, we talked about, remember the Gators had 8-9 sacks on LSU, and Hick wanted to know?
Right, we got to know.
Well, there you go. We know. It wasn't him, apparently.
Yeah, they all coming from the other side.
2 in the last 25 games, it says. Here's what Brugler writes. The Jaguars may need to replace impending free agent Brandon Sheriff. Campbell would be a nice drive into the fairway for a first-year general manager and head coach, especially a head coach who keeps screaming at you how much that offensive line needs to be redone. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Number 5, Florida on the road at number 7, Alabama at SEC basketball today. The Gators are the 3.5-point road underdog, 177.5 the total. UCF laying 5 at home with Oklahoma State, 164.5 the total at Addition Financial Arena in Orlando. Tampa Bay Rays a $1.50 dog at Boston and Fort Myers. Red Sox minus 180 on the money line. NASCAR this week, Christopher Bell, the 5-1 favorite to win the Cup race at Phoenix. Chevrolet, the favored manufacturer at plus 150. Scotty Scheffler, 3-1 to win the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. Rory McIlroy, plus 750. $250 bonus, and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/G-Bank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problem, septic emergency, HVAC system not doing its job? Don't panic. Call the pros at Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. From leaks, clogged drains to septic installations and air conditioning repairs, we've got the tools and expertise to get it done right. Dial 904-862-6769 now and let our friendly team handle the dirty work so you don't have to. Remember, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Elevate your happy hour at the new Dua Restaurant and Lounge on Bay Meadows Road. Inspired by the vibrant and diverse culinary traditions of the Mediterranean, Dua has a unique South Florida vibe and welcoming atmosphere. Savor handcrafted cocktails and delicious happy hour specials every Monday to Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. Whether kicking back after work or starting your night in style, Dua Restaurant and Lounge on Bay Meadows Road is where good times and great flavors meet. DuaLoungeJacks.com.
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
Jacksonville runs on dreams, and Haymaker Coffee is a local brand fueling the next generation. Keep each day strong with a Haymaker. Fuel for the morning hustle, the late night, and every step of the way. Bold flavors for the bold city. Online at haymakercoffeeco.com.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round 1 of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
poker players. The Run Good Poker Series is coming to Best Bet Jacksonville from April 24th to May 4th with 10 poker events, including the $1,200 main event, hosting a $300,000 guaranteed prize pool, and event number 1, a $400 no-limit hold'em tourney with a $200,000 guarantee. The action is non-stop. One in, win your seat through satellite starting April 4th at Best Bet Jacksonville. For all the Run Good Series structures and details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, you know what that music means. We got a speed trap alert in play right now, St. John's Bluff. That's all I got, St. John's Bluff, so keep it down. Here's an idea. We all drive the speed limit for a morning. See how that goes. Keep those speeds down. If you see a trap, let us know. Keeping the city streets safer. That's what we do. And keep a little cash in your pocket, because goodness knows you got to buy eggs. Hey, college basketball kind of front and center. Auburn, number 1 team in the country, loses at Texas A&M last night. Certainly surprising. A&M had lost 4 straight, including in Gainesville on Saturday. The Gators play a big one tonight against Alabama. The winner stays alive for a 1 seed. The loser going to be awfully hard to get back there. Maybe winning the SEC tournament would do it. I'm not totally opposed to the narrative of Florida getting a 2 seed and avoid having to go all the way out west. Just as an aside, I think if you're 1 seed, you take it. You're 1 for a reason. All right. JU plays tonight. I will keep one of my eyes on that ASUN semifinal. Now they do have to go on the road. I believe it's North Alabama, right? And let me just take a look at the start time. I'm pretty sure I saw that it was at 7, but I don't want to double. That's probably Central Time, so maybe, 7 o'clock tonight, JU, 19-12. North Alabama's 23-9. Taking the elevator down, E. Credible shrinking chair. There it goes. There we go. All right, let's get her back up. All right.
You handle that way better than I do, man.
I think the reason the chairs are like this is because some folks don't handle it quite that well. The chair goes flying. We're like a zoo here, dude. We got caged animals. It's no lie. All right, so JU tonight. You can look that up on ESPN Plus if you want. 7 o'clock tip. I believe the Gators are also a 7 o'clock tip. Both teams playing in the state of Alabama tonight. JU, North Alabama, the ASUN semifinals. There's one path to March Madness for JU and UNF every year, and that's win this conference tournament. They could go 27-4. And win the regular season and get bounced from the tourney and not make it into March Madness. The only way you get there is like this. And let's hope for a Queens University upset at Lipscomb. Lipscomb is the best team in the league. They tied for the overall title in North Alabama. They were 14-4 in the ASUN, 23-9 overall. So that's the other side of that. Those 2 teams play in Nashville. It's JU and North Alabama. I would assume JU is a higher seed and would host Queens if 2 upsets take place tonight, but I don't know that for sure. Man, today's Daily's Double Take is coming to you from Vegas. It's a Vegas always knows Daily's Double Take. They always know how they put these spreads and these over-unders, these totals. How do they just get it right? It's just like every game feels like it comes down to the last drive or the last shot to see which way the point spread falls, even if the game itself has been determined. And, boy, today, Double Take, by the way, brought to you by The Dash. The March sub of the month is the Super Club sub. And
let's go.
You're welcome. I got him coming in this morning.
I don't.
Well, we got to just make sure we're on the up and up with the Googans. We got to have the sub of the month early in the month to just give that second and third and fourth and fifth recommendation. I've never been to Dailies, to the Dash, and got something that wasn't delicious, that I didn't love. And this isn't a bit, gang. Enjoy your Dailies Dash today. We're going to have some a little bit later this morning. But here's the double take. Here, Vegas always knows. So Atlanta and Milwaukee, the spread was 5.5. The Bucks were 5.5-point favorites last night in Atlanta. And it's the game is a back and forth. The Bucks are outside of that spread, but by the end of the game, it's like it keeps going between 2 and 4 and 6. It's like right around the number. But then this happens. There's like, gosh, I don't know, less than 10 seconds to go in the game. The Hawks are down by 5. The spread's 5.5. They're down by 5. They're trying to inbound the ball on their, on Milwaukee's end, on the Hawks basket. They're on that end of the floor, down by 5. They're having trouble getting the ball inbounded. Less than 10 seconds to go. So before they get to the 5 count, they call timeout. One problem. They didn't have any timeouts.
Pick.
What does that do? Sends Milwaukee to the free throw line. Milwaukee up 5, hits the free throw, spread 5.5. Final score, 127-121, 6 points.
Every time they know.
I mean, come on now. Really? Got to know the free agent list that's out. We'll take a look at that as we move along. Free agency starts here in a few days. The Jags are going to have to be active, so let's see what route they go. We always say this. I'd rather get good and not pay premium for the high. When's the last time we went and got the free agent? Ever? When's the last time the Jags? So I mean, if we step out like big money to one of the high sought after, it'll be the first time I can recall in a long time.
Was it? I know Calais wasn't the free agent. But was Malik Jackson, wasn't he?
No, it was a nice one. He wasn't the guy. I'm talking about going and getting, the guy. T. Higgins, or, he's now franchise. You know what I'm saying, though? Like now, what we have done is we have gone and gotten those guys and made them top 3 level, paid at the time. And with Christian Kirk and
Malik Jackson, we gave him a boatload of money after that Super Bowl win.
Yeah. So they were good. We had some good signings. But my point is, I prefer to do this. Well, they're good because that's the only way we ever do it. I mean, when's the last time they went out and signed a multiple-time Pro Bowler? Brandon Sheriff? That's what I mean. Now, I would qualify that as big. You've been an all-star more than once in your career. Okay, that's at least there's some. Who have we ever gotten that's brought that in? Last year's class, who? Has Armstead been a multiple Pro Bowler? Maybe Armstead is close, but gosh, we got the older, broken down, didn't do a thing version of Eric Armstead last year.
We got the defensive end version.
Yeah, at least on the field, that's what we got. And by the way, this is borrowed time. You're only going to be able to use that rationalization until this season starts. I'm still not sold that the reason we got nothing out of Eric Armstead is because they played him out of position. They moved him 4 feet to the right. It's a man's game in the trenches. Beat the hell out of that guy and get to somebody. Anywho, we'll see. All right, let's fire up the band. We got a football fix. More from the National Football League. It's brought to you by Home Course. You're going to catch that golf bug, gang. It's coming. The players next week. Astros around the corner. Weather's perfect. Head out to the Home Course and see my favorite group of people at the Julington Creek Golf Club. Good on the Eagles. Good for you. And so many times you don't do this if you don't have to. The Eagles stole Saquon Barkley last year by making him a very highly paid running back. They gave him 3 years, $38 million, which is just $1 million shy of Gabe Davis's 3-year, $39. And then they watched Saquon Barkley. The Eagles do not win the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. We all agree on that?
That is correct.
I mean, to the point that I think they would have had a better chance without Jalen Hurts of winning the Super Bowl than of winning the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. I said it. I'll stand by that. I think Kenny Pickett could have just handed it to Saquon 64 times if they needed to. Truth is, they're not winning with either one of them, but Barkley was just so valuable. And the Eagles, even though they've got him right there, locked in and guaranteed 3 years, 38, said not good enough. And they're rewarding his historic season. And by the way, total team guy, when the team told him sit, turns out that was the right play. He stayed fresh through the postseason, had 2 monster games before a, average Super Bowl against the team keen on stopping him. But he gets a 2-year, $41.2 million extension yesterday, makes him the highest paid running back in NFL history. $36 million guaranteed at signing. So good for Saquon, but even more so good on the Eagles. We'll always handle it that way, and I think that's a message that probably resonates across the organization, in fact. Devontae Adams is out there. That's worth a talking point at some point this morning. Any interest, E?
I wouldn't mind it if the money is right.
Yeah, we'll see. We wonder now if Aaron Rodgers doesn't settle in Vegas, perhaps. That's one of the teams also being mentioned. Max Crosby's all for it. He said as much yesterday. Cowboys reached a 4-year, $80 million deal on the D-line there with, You bet. Osa, a lot of vowels. So Osa, a lot of vowels, gets an $80 million deal out there in Dallas. Remember the Rams guard who was going to be allowed to see what he could get on the trade market?
I remember.
Yeah. Well, the Bears told him what he could get on the trade market. He's been traded from the Rams, so not exactly the Matthew Stafford plan when they said, go see what else is out there. Seahawks cut a number of veterans. They saved $27 million in a salary cap purge. Among them, our old friends Roy Robertson Harrison and Rayshon Jenkins. Yeah, there's definitely a king of the Jaguars feel to this. I mean, we bemoan the losses of a couple of guys who make it 1 year and then, move along somewhere else. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next. A Beat Trust Plumbing Wednesday. Get smart. John within the next half hour or so as well. Murphy Power Hour today as we talk some hardball. All coming up this morning on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Every game is a story.
And the game is tied.
Every play is a moment waiting to happen.
We're going to overtime.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
It's a new year with new goals, but let's face it, not all resolutions are easy to keep. Maybe you promised yourself you'd eat healthier, but pizza still seems like a better idea. Or you said you'd read more, but your favorite show just launched a new season. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, we can help you keep your New Year's resolution. We offer the biggest selection, best prices, and the easiest car buying experience. Let's make a resolution to visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet, where we'll wow you with a new ride for the new year.
Spring and summer are coming. Will your pool deck be ready? Don't Slip Deck Coatings of Jacksonville has you covered. Their multi-layered slip-resistant coatings come in a variety of colors, adding safety, durability, and style to your outdoor spaces. Plus, they offer slip-resistant solutions for inside your home, too. Long-lasting, affordable, and built to protect your family. Don't wait. Call today for a free quote, 904-466-1839. And follow Don't Slip Jacks on Facebook and Instagram.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
All aboard! The Combine, Free Agency, the Draft.
Here we go!
Ride the offseason like a locomotive with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Might want to buckle up, baby.
AA Automotive on Richard Street. Family run since 1954. Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. In the past 10 years, the weight loss industry has seen it all. New medications, fad diets, sculpting, and still, Awaken 180 continues to stand alone as the proven solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Baseball is back. Don't miss this year's Florida State baseball game, Tuesday, March 25th at VyStar Ballpark at 6 p.m. This can't-miss event sells out quickly, so buy your tickets today to get the best seats possible. It's Florida State on the diamond at VyStar Ballpark, Tuesday, March 25th. Get your tickets at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Clay Solar Installation Partners. The number 5 Florida men's basketball team has a top 10 showdown tonight against number 7 Alabama. The Gators fell 2 spots in the poll after their crushing loss to Georgia, followed by their blowout 19-point victory over Texas A&M. Florida and the Crimson Tide are tied for second place in the conference, and tonight's winner will impact both the SEC tournament next week and the NCAA tournament. With the Gators win tonight, they'll clinch the number 2 spot in the SEC. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. JU men's basketball is heading to the ASUN semifinals after dominating Eastern Kentucky by 11 Monday. The Dolphins head to number 2 North Alabama tomorrow with tip-off at 7. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 66 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Friday's cousin, Wednesday, singing on the vocals. Appreciate her.
You go, girl.
Yeah, good to be here today on a Hump Day Wednesday. Good to be along. Lots to do today, lots to get into. Good day today. I like it. I like Wednesdays. I like Hump Day. I got a busy day. I like to thank the president for that 2-hour speech last night while I was at work, which meant we went on after the president, which meant we went on a little late.
Shout out to the prez.
All good with everybody, man. Love everybody, but let's wrap that thing up by 11. I don't want to get in trouble again like I did when I went off on Bob Costas in the Olympics and got a 1-week suspension.
Oh, goodness.
Don't want to do that, but gee whiz. East Coast, that dude's got some energy. I will say that. Woo, man, he just keeps going and going. I start with some Danny Downer about our franchise here in the offseason. I think people have been way too pumped up about this team. I'm just kidding. But I saw this and I was like, good gosh, is this true? And I believe it is, E. And you know the awards they give out at the end of the year, right?
Which one?
MVP,
Okay.
Coach of the Year,
Yeah.
Comeback Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay. There's 6 of them.
Okay.
I just named them. Those are the Associated Press Awards. Okay? I saw this, and I think this is true. And you Googans can correct me if I'm wrong. It says, have you won an AP Player Award? And just those 6 awards. On one side are all the franchises that have. On the other side is the franchises that haven't. Would you like to tell me what the franchise is that hasn't?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Is that true?
It feels like it feels like in your mind, Calais was a defensive player of the year, and it feels like Mojo was an offensive player of the year one year. It feels like in your mind that was, but I will trust.
I don't think Calais was the AP defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I think he was. I
He
felt
might
like he
have
was
won
one
something.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But is that possible?
Oh, man.
31 other franchises are on the left side. There we are on the right side. Have you won an AP Player Award? Yes, 6 of these awards are given out each year. Browns, Colts, Texans.
I would argue maybe Coughlin should have been the coach of the year in '99. I don't know who got it in the AFC, but gosh, that seems. I mean, they would have been the top seed. They steamrolled. They built it from '96. Why did Coughlin not win it in 1999? I wonder. Is there just one coach of the year? It's not conference.
Yeah,
one coach. One coach to who would that have been? Vermeil that year.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been. So I looked at this. Well, let me give out the Dream Finders Homes poll question because I got a good one today.
Okay. Yesterday's was good. They're all good, friend.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Dream Finders knows that. They
write in.
They
That's
rate
a
them.
lost leader.
Dan, you really blew this.
They look at the poll question as a lost leader.
They're not afraid.
Just hit one big every now and then.
They're not. And
All
listen, they're the best. I'm not. But they've saddled with Dream Finders, Danny. So
I mean,
we're doing our best.
I don't know if saddled's the word they'd like to use.
Sometimes they feel that way when they have a bad question. Today's a good question, but I feel like I haven't gotten enough participation on it yet.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Sort of annoyed because I thought it was a really good question. Maybe the people at home don't. Maybe the people at home haven't done their homework.
Okay.
But it is our Dream Finders Homes. Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Florida Gators, and the PGA Tour. 4.99% interest rate right now. Can't beat it. Lock in. 15 different locations in Jacksonville.
Rip the knob off.
Rip
15.
15. I was walking at the beach the other day. I saw one. Signed Dream Finders Homes. There they are. Bunch of. I said, hey.
A nice beach walk for you. Good.
Yeah. Not on the beach.
Barefoot? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I was getting my car washed, and when my car washed, I go get my steps.
Oh, yeah. You're like the steps.
I'm a step guy.
Worst things to be addicted to.
Steppers.
And step chasing.
Yeah.
Big stepper.
I'd like to see you do that Empire State Building. There's a difference, though, in the steps and, like, step climbing. You're not doing, like, step climbing.
No.
You're just doing flat walking.
Yes.
Correct.
That would be I'll give you an example.
That's your vehemence against the river run. Is that climb? Those climbing. Not
I
good
don't
for
mind
you.
that part. That's because that's on that's not like stepping up.
I tell you, it was a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
When I got there. I don't remember it being that hard when I was running.
But I promise you this. Like I'll park on the top of even at the UNF when I go teach. I'll like
Just to
park
get
on the
them
top
in.
of the garage
Yeah.
and go up steps.
That's smart.
But
Little
man,
things like that help. You know who did that way ahead of his time is our boy Smiling Tom Fridley.
Yes.
Like he would always park in the far end of the parking lot. And you're like, what are you doing?
Well, he's a healthy
Getting
dude.
steps. He is healthy. Good. Mentally and physically, by the way.
No doubt.
Emotionally, spiritually, healthy dude.
Which one of these free agent corners would you like the Jags to sign?
Oh, that's a terrible question.
I'm convinced the Jags are going to sign a corner.
Okay.
There are a lot of them available.
Yeah. All right.
If you look at the lists, I can rattle off 7 guys. I picked the top 4 from a couple different sites.
Okay.
They are as follows: Charvarius Ward of San Francisco, Carlton Davis of Detroit, DJ Reed of the Jets, and Byron Murphy of the Minnesota Vikings. Those are your 4 choices.
Well,
Charvarius Ward, Carlton Davis,
I don't,
DJ
you know,
Reed,
Hick,
and
I
Byron Murphy.
just don't. I'd have to go. If I were going to answer that question,
Yeah, do
I'd
some research.
I'd research the
Yeah,
guys.
you got to.
They're all names that are recognizable names, which means they played, important roles. So I don't know how to differentiate.
I think they're all
between
good
Charvarius
players.
Ward and
I think they're all good players. Who would you pick?
I'm with Jeff. I'd have to do some research, but the most recognizable name to me.
Who is the most recognizable?
Well, there are 2 that kind of stick
Okay.
out. Actually, there's 3. But the one I would want to go with is the one DJ Reed.
Okay, let me ask you this, E.
Okay.
Which one is not recognizable to you out of those 4?
Murphy's the least.
Really?
To me.
Yeah, no, not Murphy. Carlton Davis is the least to me.
Well,
Carlton Davis came from Tampa
Yeah,
to
I remember him
Detroit.
in Tampa, so that's why he resonates. But that's fair. If I was somewhere else and Carlton Davis wasn't a Buck, but Carlton Davis, was he not like on the Super Bowl team?
Yeah, he's the one I hear the buzz about the most for the Jets.
Me too. I hear the most buzz
I
about
do
him,
too.
but I'm least familiar with him.
Charvarius Ward is a really good football player. I like him. He had a tragedy this season. His little baby daughter passed away, and it really affected him.
Here's what I'll say about DJ Reed and what intrigues me about him.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a name for yourself at corner in New York,
against Sauce,
you got Sauce on the other side who's
Yeah.
getting all the accolades. The fact that you're looked at as a sought after.
the culture see who Sauce is dating?
Who's Sauce dating?
You didn't see that?
Sauce is playing a lot of golf. Have you seen that? Sauce has got a little golf channel going.
You see all the clubs Sauce has? Sauce has a lot of clubs.
Yeah, Sauce's personality is
He's
fun.
something.
Yeah, it's fun. I saw him golfing though, trying to. Because I'm Sauce Gardner. I'm gonna try and shoot par here or now. I'm like, what in the hell, dude? You're not shooting par.
I'm disappointed in the culture because they don't throwing this information,
And he
at him.
doesn't know who
He
the
doesn't know.
girl is.
Hey, the mogul stays on top of that
I
stuff.
pay attention.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's not afraid of a People magazine and a Badsy.
He's not.
Sauce has been linked to one Ice Spice.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Sauce and Spice.
Sitting in a tree.
Doing something with an ing.
But anyway, those are the 4 choices right now with over 200 votes in. Carlton Davis leads the way 36%, all in double digits. So Byron Murphy, 23.2, DJ Reed, 21.1, Charvarius Ward, 19.7. You can vote on the social media channels. We'll be curious to see. It's brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Lock in, especially you first-time home owners who want to be a homeowner. I like, I saw this too. I wanted to mention this. You know who Matthew Berry is?
Of course.
Yep.
Fantasy guy.
Yeah. Matthew Berry every year after the combine does the things he's hearing. And he's very upfront about it. He's like, look, some are good, some are bad. My greatest win, I linked Brady to the Bucs way before everybody else. They were wondering if Brady was going to even leave. I said, he's leaving. He's going to the Bucs.
Okay.
Stuff I'm hearing. Just stuff I'm hearing.
And there's
But I got a bunch wrong too. So
yeah, that's fair. Okay. He forewarned his fairness.
He forewarned. He said, for example, last year this column correctly predicted Stephon Diggs would leave the Bills, a bigger role in store for Shakir. Saquon Barkley would not start week 1 for the Giants, but Daniel Jones would. Austin Eckler would not be on the Chargers, but the Bolts would be a run-heavy team. Baker Mayfield would return to the Bucs. There'd be ultimately no Packers wide receiver you wanted to start on a weekly basis.
Those are fantasy perspectives.
We said A.J. Brown would be back with Philly. The Hurts-Brown stuff was overblown, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, of course, this column also predicted. He said Tony Pollard would be back with the Cowboys, expressed concern over Jameson Williams becoming a starter. Tyjae Spears would get a full-time running back role, and Travis Kelce would continue to play less and less snaps.
Okay.
So the ones that he was wrong on. So he says, yeah, they're hits and misses.
Travis
He
Kelce's
go- he
almost
goes,
right.
I just want to make it clear. These are just things I'm hearing, rumors. They're nothing.
Some come true and some don't.
He's just
That's
saying,
what a rumor is.
But he's like desperately trying to make you understand that.
Yes.
Don't take this as gospel, but it's fun to look at.
That basically is our every day of our show.
He said the biggest topic on the combine, and other than the Starbucks confrontation, was what was going on with Matthew Stafford. Everybody was talking. Now we know he's returning to the Rams, but here's a little more context. The Giants, as we said yesterday, were very much in the mix. The plan was for the Giants to both trade for Stafford and trade up to get a quarterback. Look, the pressure is on Joe Schoen and Dayball. They got to win. So they also think that maybe even Cooper Kupp might have been going along with them. So
Cup's been released or is going to be, right?
Now that that's off the table, the musical chairs quarterback, no name is bigger than Aaron Rodgers. Here's Rodgers' options, 3 of them, in order of likeliness, as he's guessing. Giants, Titans, stay in shape and wait for a playoff team's injury. Possible playoff team's injury at the position.
Why do Raiders admit just the Brady-Rodgers pairing is not optimal?
I don't know. That's what he's hearing.
Titans would make the most sense to me.
Yeah. How about this one? As long as we're talking New York quarterbacks. Everybody, what's the Jets going to do, right? For what it's worth, the plan I heard was that Tyrod Taylor would be the Jets' opening day starter, and the Jets would draft a developmental quarterback like a Jalen Milroe to see how he does.
Yeah,
that sounds like a bad recipe for me.
The Jets have
First off, Tyrod Taylor's hurt by week 2. Jalen Milroe ain't ready. He needs to develop. There's a guy. Did you see the story on Jalen Milroe, guys? Jalen Milroe, we'll have to ask Denny what the trick of the trade is here. They measured his hands at the Senior Bowl. They were under 9.
Mm-hmm.
Red flags. That's under 9's not good.
Okay.
Goes to the combine, they're 9.5. I mean, they jumped like 3/4 of an inch.
I'm sure you can literally do some stretching exercises that would do that.
I mean,
yeah,
come
I'm sure
man.
you can.
That's
I don't know how,
ridiculous.
or somebody got it wrong one way there.
Well,
by the way, I just want to mention something that we had talked about earlier, and then I'll let you continue. Brandon Sheriff was the number 5 overall pick, so more similarities there.
Oh, they
Your
very
poll
much
question was right because the not the fans, the in the know draft nicks and like
they're all
Dave,
going online with
Dave
Jackson.
Brugler has Campbell.
I'm telling
now.
you.
Yeah.
Can I get a career earnings for Tyrod Taylor? Seems like he's been in the league forever.
Can't be much. He's doing a lot of 2.1 million
I'd say
deals.
15.
No, more than that. How many years?
Where does this say?
I'd say more than 15 million. I'd say 44 million.
He was drafted 6th round in 2011. You say 46?
Yeah.
Add another
He probably-
30 to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he gets to the point where he's probably getting 1 year, 12 million kind of
Right,
deal.
yeah.
Good for him.
76 M's.
All right, couple others. Steelers are going to keep Justin Fields. He's the one that they're going to go with. That means Russell Wilson's on the move. Looks like maybe he and Pete Carroll will make amends, and he'll go to the Raiders.
That would make sense.
There doesn't seem to be something weird is going on with Sam Darnold, who was at the TGL last night. Because the Vikings really don't want to give him the big money, and they want to know where they want J.J. McCarthy to start. They're probably going to go J.J. McCarthy and Daniel Jones because they had him. All right. So there's not a huge market for Sam Darnold. He's kind of stuck in a no man's land right now. So we'll see. Cam Ward is number 1. The number 1 quarterback. Everybody likes Cam Ward. Not everybody likes Shedeur Sanders. Josina Anderson was all miffed on social media about the words being used to describe Shedeur Sanders. I don't know if it's that bad of a deal here. I saw Peter King go on with Dan Patrick and complain about it because he wears his hat backwards. Dan Quinn wears his hat backwards. Okay. But
I don't care about the backwards hat.
I don't either. But there are certain job interviews. Now, here's
the bottom line is McShay's a pretty meat and potatoes guy. He's not a stirred up. He's not a fantastic.
Matthew Berry.
I know, but I'm saying McShay said about Sanders. He's talked to 2 teams, quarterback needy teams, who Shedeur Sanders treated the interview process like he could give a crap what they think. And I just don't know if that's the best strategy.
You said McShay said that because this is what Matthew Berry's saying. Is he saying he heard that from Matthew Berry or vice versa?
McShay said this on his podcast.
Okay.
So maybe that's where he heard it. Maybe he heard it from McShay.
He said, I spoke with 2 people on 2 different teams that met with Sanders, and they both said it was a bad meeting. He came off as unprofessional, disinterested. Both also said that after the meeting, they had a lesser opinion of him than prior. These same people both met with Cam Ward. They said they loved Ward. It was a great meeting. I'm not trying to kill the kid. So there are a bunch of caveats here, but
it's still, if that's even okay, maybe I would say this then. That sounds, to your point, that sounds like McShay took that right from Barry's. One of those took it right from the other. That's exactly, because I know it was McShay because it was him talking.
Okay. Apparently the Cleveland Browns are all in on a quarterback, though. So Cleveland at 2 is going to get a quarterback.
Yeah, I've seen Abdul Carter there to replace Myles Garrett, but I mean, anything other than finding the quarterback is just you're gonna stagnate. I mean, look at the Jets are a perfect example, and you spoke earlier about what their plan is. When's the last time the Jets drafted and developed a quarterback?
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll go
Pennington.
We'll go through a few more of these this morning. There's a bunch of other ones, positions, stuff like that. But
There's a new free agent list out from, I think it's maybe Matt Miller on ESPN as well. So that gives us an indication of where the 100 are slotted and, where the Jags may jump on board there as well.
All right, so this is the drill. We got trivia coming up next. Busy hump day Wednesday right here on 1010.
It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Like Family Beach Roast is there, now hiring commercial plumbers as well.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I want you to promise me something. I want you to play life just like you played that game today. So when that final buzzer of life goes off, you'll have no regrets.
1010XL.
Hey, man, I couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I'm telling you guys, you go over to that showroom off Atlantic Boulevard, man, you are going to love it. Everybody there, friendly, smiling, love talking. We wrap sports all the time when I was over there last week. And I got my boy Blue. I love my Silverados. Just getting the oil changed. Great job in the service department. Shout out, Gabe. Car, SUV, electric, pre-owned. George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. Can't make it over there? Don't worry. Just go to morechevy.com. That's more with an E because it's so easy to navigate. You'll see the vehicles, the sales, the service, the parts. It's George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
Hicken here. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get one room Zero Resified starting at $53. Take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them 1010XL sent you.
Zero Res. The Beach Boys. Endless Summer Gold. This Saturday night at St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Foods, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Good teachers and coaches get the most out of their scholar athletes. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and you got really cool things going on right now because there's new product coming in the showroom. Tell everybody about the Aprilia Demo Days.
March 11th and 12th. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to have the Aprilia Demo Truck. We caught them on the way back from Daytona Bike Week. They're going to be there. Come ready to ride.
Tell everybody real quick about Aprilia.
They are a bad Italian motorcycle. Nobody's ever ridden an Italian anything and said that wasn't fun.
Check it out. Cycles of Jacksonville. All the details on their Facebook page.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but...
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
Tired of drafty, noisy vinyl windows? It's time to say goodbye to vinyl. And hello to lasting comfort with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Our exclusive Fibrex windows are 2 times stronger than vinyl, more energy efficient, and custom built to fit your home perfectly. No more warping, no more cracking, just beautiful, durable windows that stand the test of time. Right now, get special financing or save big with limited time discounts. Call Renewal by Andersen today and say bye-bye vinyl. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. Don't wait. Upgrade today. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Warm weather means the beach, fishing, golf, and more. Make sure to drop into Daly's and grab a cold case to go. From Bud Light to their seltzer, from Mick Ultra to Modelo, or your favorite crafts like Old City or Sweetwater. Grab and go at your local Daly's.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys Locksmith Service.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Get Smart John is polished up by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da. You know them, you love them. TriviaNation.com's own Ball Beautiful. Get Smart John would love one day to host the Oscars, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Imagine him walking out.
No.
That head all shiny, trying to make a couple jokes.
He would.
Felt
He'd pee
flat.
He'd pee his pants. He would. He'd make it halfway out and he'd faint.
You would too, wouldn't you, Johnny?
I mean, come on. As would many of us. Come on.
Johnny!
Good morning. Of course I would love that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I always remember when I was a kid, my mom was a huge movie fan, and she would let me stay up late.
Oscars were so much.
The Oscars.
The Oscars were so much better back in the day before they went all artsy fartsy and they show movies that half the world's never even heard of. The Oscar winner should come from a movie that people actually got off their butts, got in their car, went to the movies and saw. And too many of these movies no one sees. I don't care about your artsy opinion. Rotten Tomatoes are just that. Rotten.
Yeah, I agree. You never heard of them. And just briefly, what a great time at the J Fund.
Yes.
Again, what a wonderful and great to see you, Dan, and your lovely wife. And my daughter, thank God she was in town, had a blast.
Good.
And had a nice conversation with Larry Zonk, and I had to tell her who he was. And we're like, wow, he was very accomplished.
Yeah, Larry was there. That was cool.
Yeah, he's there a lot. So it was a great time. And
Larry Zonka was the GM of the Jacksonville Bulls back in the day.
Yes, he was.
And he also did he have a business here too, or was he only here for the Bulls? I can't remember.
No, I think he did have some type of business, actually. Yeah. No, I think you're right about that. And shout out, speaking of the J Fund, she was a photographer there. Shout out to Sarah Taylor, longtime Guggenella. She actually came up to me. Yeah,
Sweet
you know
Sarah.
her.
Mm-hmm.
And also shout out to Big Guggen, and I mean big physically, one David Gray. So he's been coming to my trivia shows. So
Zonk
and very quickly,
Zonk and Coughlin were college teammates. That's the connection.
Right. Yeah. And you know what's neat about that, because I've seen Larry several times, and when he was talking to Coughlin, goes, "Hey Tommy, come here." You know, they still talk like they're kids. I love that. That's cool.
Our dear friends. She worked for Zonka. She was his executive assistant when he was the Bulls guy.
Okay.
So
still a big
they got
man.
stories.
And I think of him playing back in the 70s when he did. Man, oh man. But also, so my daughter, who indulged me, I said I wanted her to watch a couple movies from the 80s that she'd never seen. One was When Harry Met Sally, and she loved it.
Okay.
It's one that you could say, other than a few little things, it really does hold up to time. Then the other one, kind of opposite in the spectrum, was The Untouchables.
Ah.
And she liked it as well. Yeah.
I watched one of those two, happily. The other,
Right. And we have two audio clues, which are Oscar-related.
All right.
Okay. And speaking of which, you were talking yesterday about the movie Ordinary People, which won Best Picture. Okay.
Yes.
So it also, I'm going to give you a little hint. It also won Best Director, and the director made his directorial debut with this movie, but he's better known as a very famous actor. Very famous.
Robert Redford.
Not so much now. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then
That Ordinary People, as I recall,
Very
was like
depressing
deep
movie.
and dark. It was like a dark movie. That's Timothy Hutton, Mary Tyler Moore. Is that who that is?
Yeah, and Mary Tyler Moore played not a nice
Is
person.
he depressed or something? I don't remember the story. I just remember
one of the sons
being depressed
died.
about.
Yeah, one of the sons drowned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was Mom's favorite.
I think Donald
basically.
Sutherland. Was Donald Sutherland?
I don't know.
Yes, Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
John,
all right, very good.
do you have a question?
Yeah.
That'll do it for Get Smart John. Thanks for joining us, John.
Okay. All right then. World capitals.
World capitals.
What is the capital of Greece?
Greece.
I mean, it's got to be Athens, doesn't it?
Athens.
Yeah. Athens.
Very good.
Yeah.
Movie quotes.
Movie quotes.
And this had a bonus, and by the way, these are from last night. Which film features the quote, "You can't handle the truth"?
It's A Few Good Men.
Yeah, A Few Good Men.
Right. Okay, so your bonus, can you tell me Jack Nicholson's character's name in the movie?
Oh, yes, I can.
Yeah.
I was just on the other day. I was watching this. It's a
Colonel.
Colonel's correct.
Yeah. It's a hard name. It's her. It's a
yeah
masculine name. It's like
You've already gotten it.
Colonel. Oh gosh, it's right there on my.
What is it?
Colonel.
Colonel Jessup.
Jessup.
Yes, Colonel Nathan R. Jessup. Yeah. By the way, that's another one of those movies. If it's on, you're going to sit and watch it for a little bit, aren't you?
It was just on the other day.
Yeah.
Especially that scene. That's a great scene.
And Demi Moore fully clothed in that one,
rather than the substance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so let's go ahead.
I've never been happier. I've never rooted against the movie to get shut out of the Oscars more than I was the substance. I'm happy it worked that way. I mean, Substance was like Nightmare on Elm Street. You may as well put Friday the 13th up for an Oscar.
Oh, dear.
It was no deeper than that, by the way. I know they get all into themselves out there, but yeah. No, it's a silly movie.
Yeah, well, can't wait to miss it.
Sure.
So.
I mean, they gave the Oscar to The Shape of Water, who like 8 people have seen in the history of time.
Exactly. And what did they say? The one that actually won only cost $6 million to make? Well,
good.
It
showed.
Okay. So, because I do have 2 audio clues, E, I'll let you pick which one you want to go with.
Roll it, E.
Of course, I'm an excellent driver. You know how to drive? Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I don't have my underwear.
Yeah, I got this.
What?
Okay.
That's Rain Man.
It is Rain Man.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's what I would have guessed.
Mm-hmm.
Which also won Best Picture.
Yeah. Okay. Now that is worthy. People went to the movies and saw it and liked it.
Dustin Hoffman was very good.
Yeah.
That was a good
I think
movie. That's worth a rewatch. I haven't seen that one in 20 years. That's worth a rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he got Best Actor. I think for that
I think
as well.
you're right. Yeah.
So, but you're right. Yes, that's one when people watch movies. History. British interference with American trade and impressment of sailors was the main cause of what war?
Let's say 1812.
When in doubt,
Yeah,
go
War
for
of
War of
1812.
1812.
Yes. Did you know that, or was it an educated guess?
It was a very educated guess. I don't recall that situation, but that's not what led to the first fight between the U.S. and Britain, so there's only one left.
Yeah.
That's how I got there.
Okay, right. Okay, very good.
Well done.
Yes, yeah.
For
by
real.
deduction. Science. What is the chemical symbol for iron?
Fe?
Yeah.
Also used in the hit synopsis, Fee Fi Fo Fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
It really started, and it just didn't have the same flow, but it started iron, fi, fo, fum.
Yes, it did.
But then it just wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
Yeah.
So they went to the FE.
Yeah, sure.
So they said, let's call it Fee.
capital
But
F.
they spelled it Fi, but we always, so we're just going to say FE
Also
for
true.
the sake of the show.
Just to
iron,
make it
fi,
work.
fo, fum.
Yeah.
Actually, Fee may have been with an E. Fi would have been with an I.
No one knows.
No, yeah. The giant does.
He does.
He learned the hard way.
Giant took a spill.
Yes.
Chopped his butt down.
TV. Which TV series followed the lives of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman?
Yeah, that's the old Breaking Bad there, yeah.
Yes, it is.
I have gotten 2 Breaking Bad
you've never seen the
questions
show.
right in the last 2 days. There was one on Jeopardy last night.
It's crazy.
What was the subject of that he taught? And I went, chemistry's got to be.
Yeah.
And then this one, and I'm like, I never seen the show.
Yeah, it's a huge,
I haven't
huge
either.
mistake that y'all haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those. You got to have a certain thing about I know that you'll love it.
It'll be like Suits when it comes on Netflix in a year or two.
Right, it'll be better.
Hey, I'm watching this show. It's called Breaking Bad. It's terrific.
You'll like it more than Suits. It's already on Netflix. It's everywhere. It's a total different kind of show, but I mean, it's fantastic.
Well, maybe like you, maybe in 12 years or so we'll watch it.
I watch a lot of. I'm not the expert. I know everyone's, favorites aren't the same, but I watch a lot of TV. A lot. This is top 3 show, man, ever. And I'm not giving you some cartoon or sci-fi Game of Thrones. This is a good, sturdy, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mythology.
Zeus.
Good guess. Who was the Greek god of war?
That was
something
Ares, no?
Yeah. Like yeah, I like that.
Ares?
Yeah, why not?
Ares.
Don't overthink
Might be
it.
Mars.
No.
Ares.
Yeah.
Ares is correct.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I do a lot of crosswords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. Sports. How many strikes are needed for a perfect game in bowling?
It's 9,
No, you
10,
need
11,
12.
12.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Got
about
to throw that turkey in the 10th frame.
Got to
buddy.
throw that turkey.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's got a lot of turkeys, buddy. You got a bunch of turkeys if you have a perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
Remember on Saturday afternoons, remember the Pro Bowler Tour?
Still on, buddy. What do you mean, remember?
Can you tell me who the host was?
Chris Schinkel. Come on.
And who was his sidekick?
The guy was the bowler name. It was who was it, Hick? Who was the famous bowler? He would already.
It was he had a dad.
Was it Roth?
No.
It was.
He's one of the bowlers now, but yeah.
Yeah, who is it? I don't know.
Nelson Burton Jr., wasn't it?
Burton Jr.
Okay, no, I don't. That's not who I was thinking.
Yes. Okay.
Chris Schinkel.
But yeah, you said Roth, and of course.
Strike to claim it. And he got it!
That's current. That's the current. Schinkel was back in the old Wide World of Sports.
Are you kidding me? That's right!
Some of these jokers celebrate. They get in fights.
Dude was so happy.
And then they fire up a heater.
I bet you if we had a Guggen bowling day, we could shut down the city.
Man, absolutely.
We could shut down the
How much
city.
fun would that be?
They'd have to come by. We could fill 1,000 lanes one evening if we did a Guggen bowling night now.
It'll be so turned.
Oh, my God.
That's a great idea. You should look at that. Yeah. I like it.
Somebody here find out a way to make some cash. Look for that coming up in 6 months.
Right?
Current events.
All right.
Current events.
What milestone anniversary did Saturday Night Live celebrate with a star-studded special on Sunday, February 16th?
50.
Yeah. And just for extra, can you tell me who the first host of Saturday Night Live was?
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't Steve Martin.
No,
He was.
it was. It was like a real dry, like William.
It was a comedian.
Like
it was
William
a comedian.
F. Buckley, or someone. It was. It's like I can picture him. He just.
How about
It's not a big name.
Oh, okay.
Well,
it is a big name.
actually.
It's not
All right,
George. Is it George Carlin?
Yeah.
George Carlin.
Yes, George Carlin.
Yeah,
I can still remember. It's hard to believe that's been on 50 years. My goodness.
I can remember watching him 50 years ago, sneaking into the basement to watch the Mr. Bill and Rosanna Dana, and all those old timers.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh boy,
Wow.
bleep that.
Nasty.
What? Were you?
My.
Oh, were you talking about you? Oh, come on.
That.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. All right, let's do your second audio clue.
All right, wonderful. Let it breathe.
Let it marinate. That's right.
Love a song we sing, feels we will die.
We're just exiting the suicide era of music with this. This is just on the cusp.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you.
Come on, people.
That's not the question. So the question is, this song was featured in a 90s Best Picture Oscar-winning movie, and the...
you can stop. Hicken's got the answer.
I got it.
He's gestured
Okay.
to me. I know this.
All right, I was going to give you one more hint if you...
Gave him that
Go ahead.
face.
I think it's, I'm pretty sure that was Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Wow, I do not remember that from Forrest Gump. I've seen
That
it
was a
million
great
times.
soundtrack.
Where in the movie was that song playing? I do not remember that. Would have never gotten that.
During the war stuff, maybe.
Gosh, and I have seen Forrest Gump
Maybe
100
when,
times. That's
maybe when he was in.
fave.
I don't know. I just
Was it when he came back to Washington?
That's
I'm
what
trying
I
to
think.
remember.
Yeah, I think it was in Washington.
Like, man,
Saw
yeah.
Jenny there?
Okay, all right.
Jenny!
She runs through the fountain. They did an interesting, accurate kind of summation of the whole Jenny Forrest Gump relationship on Family Guy. One episode.
no.
Yeah, real quick.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to go through it.
Yeah,
Don't you ruin that love affair.
Yeah, but it just no. She runs away and off to 1,000 different levels of guy until she's sick and dead. And okay, Forrest, I'll sleep.
Oh no, there he goes. Had to ruin it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
That is a rude show, boy.
TV. On Boy Meets World, what wise and sometimes sarcastic teacher remained a mentor to Corey and his friends from middle school through college?
Is this the one that went and did like a different career, if you know what I'm saying?
No, that was the other one.
That wasn't that world?
It wasn't Boy. It was.
Okay. Anyway, Boy Meets World. Never seen it. Don't know anything about
Me
it.
either.
Don't know the
It's
network.
like Mr. Fing or Mr. Finn, Mr.
Oh, come on. Yes, come on, just spit it out. You got
Mr. Something like that, man. I just really remember Topanga. Really, if you.
Oh,
if
yeah,
we're
of course you remember Topanga,
being
little cutie.
serious. But yes, Mr. Finn.
They've
Mr.
seen the show.
Fing.
I was gonna guess Screech.
No.
No. Oh, come on. You're so close. So close.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get no closer than that.
All right, Fang. We're gonna go with Mr. Fang.
Mr.
Go ahead. Go. Okay.
Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney.
Yeah.
Boom. Yes, sir.
Boom.
Never heard of the show. That's terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, you recognize the guy who played Mr. Feeney. He's still alive. He's like 97.
Oh, good for him.
You run,
Yeah.
Feeney. Go, Feeney, go.
Yeah.
Do we ever find out what happened to Hackman and the wife? Do we ever get the
No.
definite on that?
No.
Not
Oh,
yet.
speaking of Mr. Feeney, he was also the voice of Kit
Yeah, Knight Rider.
in
Or
Knight
what's that
Rider.
called? Is that what it's called?
Yes, correct.
All right, Johnny, you got time for a couple
All right.
more?
Okay. By the way, you're going on perfect, right?
Nice.
No.
You're the announcer.
Yes.
You just mentioned it in the
Yeah.
8th inning, but we don't care.
No.
Did we
Okay.
miss one? No, we didn't, did we? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you haven't missed one.
Darn right we haven't.
Okay. Yes, business. What e-commerce giant was originally launched as an online bookstore in 1995?
eBay?
Yes. Okay. Science.
Science. Fee.
What element commonly used in batteries is the lightest metal and highly reactive with water?
That could be alkaline, doesn't
Alkaline.
it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're going alkaline, I guess.
Alkaline.
Lithium.
Lithium.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
Is alkaline even an element? Is
Get him
alkaline?
out of here.
Yeah, that's
Jinxed us. I
yeah.
don't like that.
That's terrible.
That's
It's
all
like-
on you, Johnny. You wear this one,
Yeah,
sir. You wear this one.
Joe, here's what just happened. Okay, Joe Buck just turned to Smoltz and said, "Smoltzy, they got a no-no going to the bottom of the ninth."
Oh, you're gonna. Oh,
yes, we are.
By the way, that was a first-round question too. Just saying.
Really? Well, that's on me.
Here's a first rounder too. You're number one. Get out of here.
Oh, and he just hung up on him unceremoniously. I love it. We're going to come back, talk a little bit of women's golf, man. Some of the perhaps future stars of the game. And I think that's a great opportunity to play one of our local courses. We'll get the lowdown on that event coming up in Atlantic Beach these next couple of days. And a much more ahead. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Your home for Gators Hoops is 1010XL.
Top 10 in the nation, top 3 in the SEC. It's a battle of conference powers tonight in Tuscaloosa, Florida, Alabama. Hear it live at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, gang, Hicken here for Beards Diamonds. Listen up, man. Listen up. We take care of our own in Jacksonville. Beards Diamonds, they're our own. And they're going to take care of you as well, by the way. So let me tell you a little bit about Beards Diamonds, because in a world where chains seem to take over, we got a locally owned retailer who's only focused right here in Jacksonville, FLA, and that's Beards Diamonds, right? All those jewelers in the town center, they're owned by big Wall Street companies, but Beards Diamonds is local. They've been serving our area not for a decade, not for two, but for more than 40 years. They run circles around the big chains. Massive diamond inventory. All the top bridal brands. Strongest warranties. And they win on price every day, most important to you, the consumer. They don't have extra markups to please Wall Street or pay commission salespeople. In fact, here's the lead. Beards guarantees to beat any national chain store on price. So don't buy anywhere till you get that second opinion at Beards, man. I've talked to the Lupos. They're great people down there, big sports fans. Go check them out. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
This is the sound of turning small bets into legendary wins. Only on the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. The sound of parlays. The sound of paydays. The sound of watching the game will never be the same. Hard Rock Bet has already paid out millions and millions in parlays to people across Florida. Download Hard Rock Bet now, and if your first bet doesn't win, get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we won, we got to bring my thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here with Matt and Catherine. They made the decision to lose weight and improve their lives together, both dropping 33 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss.
She came home so excited one day and said, I heard about Awaken 180. I'm so excited. You have to try it with me. It's not medication. It's not a shot. It's food. You're going to make meals. And I think that was one of the biggest selling points.
What makes Awaken 180 different is the maintenance program. Just to know that you get that support gives me the confidence to keep going. I think it's important for people to know how much more fun it is to do it with a partner. Just to have the support system, it's so much more helpful.
It's going to change your life.
Thanks, guys. Like any goal, accomplishing it with someone sharing the same goal makes it twice as easy and twice as rewarding. Grab a coworker, friend, or spouse and make your 180 with the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
If your pipes are clogged, your septic's acting up, or your heater's slacking, there's one name to remember. Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. We've got you covered. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farrah & Farrah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, let's talk a little golf, shall we? I mean, all
do it.
eyes are on Sawgrass, and rightfully so, for next week's Players Championship. We look
But this
forward
week,
to
we got
each and every week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got all kinds of golf going on, both here and there. E.T., fire it up. Fire up the hotline. I can't.
He's got it.
All right, sorry about that. I'm getting my stuff together here. Let's talk a little bit of, in this case, a little bit of women's golf.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going on out at Atlantic Beach this weekend. And so,
ABCC.
Huh? Let's talk to Mr. Nickel this morning and see what's happening out there. Morning. How are we doing?
Good morning, guys. We're excited to have some of the future stars of the LPGA Tour out here at Atlantic Beach Country Club.
It sounds like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, steer me back into the right lane if I get off of it, but it sounds like it's basically the Korn Ferry Tour for women's golf. Is that what we're kind of looking at?
You get an A+. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is.
So,
exactly what it is.
And so you get the projected, the prospects, right? And is it a similar path to the LPGA Tour that it would be for the guys on the PGA Tour? In other words, the amount you win, where you finish, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. The top 15 money winners at the end of the year get promoted to the LPGA Tour, and I've been associated with the Korn Ferry Tour for the last 25 years. And when I first started in 2001, that the card number was the exact same. It was 15, and we've seen the Korn Ferry Tour grow to 30 cards. This year it's gone back to 20. But I think this tour is on the same path the Korn Ferry Tour's been on. And I think with Jody Brothers' leadership and the knowledge he has from his time at the PGA Tour, I think there's a lot of great things happening for the Epson Tour and the ladies involved with it.
So, Patrick, can folks come out and watch? How's that work?
Yeah, we're real expensive. We're $10 for a ticket per day, so one of the best values in sports.
There you go.
Yeah, the competition starts tomorrow. It's a 3-day event.
Mhm.
They'll cut after Friday, and then Saturday will be the final round. The one thing I would tell you is these ladies are so appreciative to be playing this type of golf course at Atlantic Beach, and our members have been unbelievable, both supporting in a volunteer role and providing player housing. And very proud to say that we were easily voted the best event on the Epson Tour last year. So a lot of positive things for Atlantic Beach Country Club.
And it's a good timing, right? It's around the big event. It's Sawgrass, the Players Championship next week. The top 15 at the end of the Epson Tour season promoted to LPGA Tour. You can get tickets available at the gate, as Patrick just told us, tomorrow through Saturday, but also at AtlanticBeachClassic.com. Also an all-inclusive hospitality ticket package there. It'll get you all kinds of good perks. We got some local players in the field as well, but just a chance to get out, enjoy some good golf, and support these young ladies as they chase their golfing dreams. How's that for summation there, Pat?
That's perfect. We're kind of the appetizer to the players next week. I mean, the players, in my opinion, is probably the best event on the PGA Tour, a great event. And last year we were the week after. We're kind of glad we're the week before this year.
Okay.
We had a little players hangover last year.
That makes sense.
And a lot of our sponsors are also a part of the Players Championship. So it's a good precursor to the big event next week.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking some time to join us. Thanks for the work that y'all put in out there. I know it's all for the love of the game, really. And so folks can get out to Atlantic Beach, see a great golf course, see some up-and-coming talent on the women's side, and enjoy the golf this weekend. Patrick, we appreciate you.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, guys.
You betcha.
Sir.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Did you see the story out of New York?
I've seen them all, Jeffrey.
Jordan Travis?
Yeah, they're saying that they pressured him to get well or something.
Yeah, Jordan Travis's agent is saying the Jets tried to rush the quarterback's rehab from ankle surgery as it's caused a setback. He missed his entire rookie season after that gruesome injury in college. But what's odd about this is it's odd to throw shade at your employers when a quarterback job is currently open. Right? I mean, wouldn't you want yourself to be...
Do they know something?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Are they like in the mix of, hey, Jordan Travis ain't never going to be the quarterback here. Congratulations, kid. I'm glad you're happy we drafted you, but no, we're going to get this guy or the other.
Or we're not going to even have you back.
Yeah, that would seem kind of... Did they sign him or draft him? Did they take a late round flyer on Jordan Travis? I can't recall.
I think
because he had that terrible injury, right? I mean, there was talk he wouldn't be able to, move around for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Other names that are in the mix of... Look, I don't know. You can't put Sam Darnold in the Jets mix, can you?
No.
Yeah,
God,
he can't,
no.
right. So, but others that vet, so Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance.
171st overall pick.
So, what, that's 5th round? Yeah. 5th round. That's a 5th round pick. So you would think there would be at least some, insistence on having him right. 5th rounder, Jordan Travis, who missed an entire rookie season rehabbing from that injury he had in his final college game. Well, his final, but close to the end there. According to his agent, Derek Jackson, the previous Jets regime did not handle Travis's rehab well during his rookie year. The agent says his rehab with the Jets was not the best. They tried to rush him. It was too fast. There was pressure on the coaching staff. They tried to get him back sooner than the timeline really was. That caused the setback, and we had to shut him down completely. Travis has been out since November of 2023. You'll remember he dislocated his ankle. Belief is that he experienced soreness and swelling at the surgically repaired point. Now, the agent says he's optimistic Travis will be ready for 2025, but, man, major injury, extended rehab. Any NFL future he had, it looks like it could have been derailed by this late career injury. And I don't know. He was certainly, in today's dual threat quarterback kick, you at least got to be 50-50. And he felt like more 80-20 when it came to his danger as a football player. And 80 is the running part.
There are, if a TV show's on for 23 years, it's got to be success, right? It's a booming success, isn't it? I mean, can there be a TV show that's on for 23 years and you think of it as
maybe soap opera? Maybe soap operas of some sort. I know where you're going. This show's garbage. It has been for years.
Yeah, I've never liked it.
The star of the show left. I mean, his name was even in the original Diddy, and it's never been the same. And let me tell you,
who was the star of the show?
Max.
Oh yeah,
Max Kellerman was the host, let's go. Max is in. I mean, he was the star of the show.
Yeah.
Even the jingle, Max is in rare form, and they bring in the guy. That guy's supposed to be the star. And if you're the star of that show, you don't last 23 years there. You go into bigger and better things.
Yeah.
So, the biggest underachiever in the history of the business is Tony Cat.
Maybe not. Maybe biggest overachiever. The guy was the stat boy
guy. That's fair.
on PTI.
But still, it's
we
hard.
need somebody to host. Prosser, go ahead. You're on. What?
Yeah, but don't you think that if ESPN had any real thoughts of reality, he would have graduated to some more prominent role at some point?
Well, let's see what he does now. 23 years for Around the Horn. It's
an awful show. It got really bad in the last 10, 12 years, man. To me, at least, when we went like way more young and opinionated, with just to feel that when sports has made a transition in our lifetime, it's gotten way more into its feelings, and I hate it. It's the thing that you get away from with sports.
Yeah,
best man wins, best woman wins. Compete.
Yeah,
and now it's all about this or that or this sentimentality or this sensitivity. And that's what Around the Horn has become. It's become the damn View.
I don't think it's become the View.
Let's go to Joy Behar. Joy, what do you think of
my
Caitlin? It's just.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We'll take a break. We got Lock and Law High Score Report coming up. We got Murph rolling in. It's a busy day. I got a lot of other little tidbits I want to drop in. I got a favorite Cinderella team in college basketball.
Okay.
I like this McNeese State team.
Oh, damn. That's beyond Cinderella.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to drop like a BYU or somebody on me. No, all right.
No. Have you seen their their manager?
Yes.
You have? I like that guy.
That's great.
What song is that?
I don't know.
For McNeese State?
I think it's a Kodak song.
Are they like one of these, like 25 and 2
it's got
or something?
It's got a lot of bad words in it, so we can't play it.
Yeah, it's not Kodak.
And the other thing, the other basketball. So anyway, this guy, he's a little dude. He's a little, he's a little chunky guy, and he has the boom box on, and he walks out singing the words to the song.
He says
Aren't they having like undefeated in conference kind of year?
Yeah, they're very good.
I saw them on
somebody said
somewhere.
that they could be a dangerous 15 seed or whatever.
Well, okay, keep them out of our region. Then.
But there's that, and the other thing I wanted to mention, we can't play any of this.
You can't.
But the other thing is, did you see? And you probably have seen it. But Mad Max went on a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I saw.
Mad Max uses 3 words. One of them is mother, and the other 2 I could never even think of saying.
Okay.
And
what's he complaining? Obviously, he's complaining if he's
telling the story.
Story after story. But he was the best
Max
one.
has stories. I got Max stories.
The best one for Mad Max was.
Well, Hakeem?
He was mad. He was having a bad game, and they weren't getting him the ball, and he starts going off. And Mad Max says, "And when I get mad, really mad, I just spit. He don't care where he is. I guess he was in the locker room. Pooh, pooh, pooh." Sam Cassell's trying to comfort him. Max, it's going to be okay, man. No, bleep you. Bye, 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 bye. So finally.
Max went to work on old Magic back in the day.
Finally, the dream says, Max, do not spit. It is very unprofessional. And bleep you, Dream. I'm tired of your bleep, 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 bleep. He said, Dream took this big old paw and just slapped the living hell out of him. He said he thought he got punched, but it was a slap. He hit him so hard. Open-handed. And he said, well, what'd you do? I went and got my piece. I mean, this guy is absolute. And we know this, but he is.
It's Mad Max is for a reason.
He is Mad Max.
When they called him Mad Max, it wasn't a temper thing.
I mean,
he's mad. The dude's mad.
Yeah. I mean, and it was like one story after another, and he was. It's on the.
What an athlete!
What is it? The podcast Up in Smoke or something?
All the Smoke. With
Who is it?
Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson.
Yeah, they're 2 heavy-duty weed smokers.
Yeah, sure.
So then
Welcome to the NBA.
Mad Max was talking about his drug usage. He goes, I was smoking and snorting and drinking, and it's funny now, but it's
quick story.
Guy is nuts.
At one point of my college career, I delivered ice cream for Baskin Robbins. Fire up the mopeds. It was a crew of about 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
And so I got into a very, let's just say a repeat customer at the sweet stinky hallways of Yon Hall, one Vernon Maxwell. To the point that you develop a talking relationship with Mad Max as you deliver his,
Steven Jackson.
Fudge Royale.
Steven Jackson even asked him, man, they took you off the Florida record books? What is that?
That is weak. They need to put that back on. I don't even remember what it was for.
He was like the all-time leading scorer.
Yes,
or something.
I don't know if he would still be. Would he, Dan?
Yeah.
Would he still be? I'm not sure if he would be anymore. All-time leading scorer?
I don't know. I have to look that up. Who would have it? Who's second?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Stacey Poole made a run there, or Dimitri Hill, or Andrew DeClercq.
I don't think anybody, because he was 2,500, I think, Mad Max was.
He may still have it, because they leave one of those 04s that played all those years, didn't catch him, huh?
I don't know. It's a good question. That's what I'm.
Yeah, because, the one thing about Max, he played all 4 years.
Ronnie Williams is still number 1. So
Williams. Oh, so it wasn't. Well, that's because they eliminated Max.
Yeah.
Who's after Williams?
Kenny Boynton.
Kenny Boynton, 3rd all-time in scoring. Yeah. I think that speaks more to the...
Andrew Moten, Udonis Haslem, Irving Walker.
Wow. It's transient nature.
Devon Allen, Stacey Poole, 7th. Shin Split's 8th. Neil Walk and Gene Shai.
Yeah,
this is The Drill on 1010 XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Players Championship is the biggest PGA Tour event you can win.
If you can't make it to the Players, let 1010XL bring the Players to you with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors.
The Deck Guys.
And Taco Lou.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi. Stevie Beatrice here, 2nd generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, you can hear from Bound 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bound 9. Visit Bound 9 Associates today. Experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bound 9 Associates.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings, tossed in over 30 bold flavors, paired with ice-cold beer and handcrafted cocktails, all in a laid-back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape. And you're home for sports, too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane Grill and Wings. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round 1 of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by First Coast YMCA. The number 7 Florida baseball team was handed their second loss of the season last night by UCF by 10 runs. Brendan Lawson drilled his third homer of the season to cut the final tally to 13-3. The Gators snapped their 11-game win streak Sunday after dropping Game 3 of its series against Miami. Florida looks to get back in the win column tonight against FAU. First pitch is at 6. The number 5 Florida men's basketball team goes head-to-head with number 7 Alabama tonight for a top 10 showdown. The Gators and the Crimson Tide are currently tied for second place in the conference, and tonight's winner will clinch the 2 spot with the SEC tournament next week. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 67 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
Hey, appreciate Lee Lockett bringing us the Lockett Law High School Report. There are dynasties and there are dynasties in high school, and I kind of dig this one. 2020 state champs, 21 state champs, 23 state champs, 25 state champs now. That's a pretty good run, right, E?
Oh, them girls running that thing.
That's 4 for Bartram Trail women's soccer, all right? That's impressive. The only team since the start of 2019, the only team to beat them in a postseason game is Creekside.
Wow.
So it makes that rivalry that much
well, and I'll tell you what's
that much
more,
cooler.
and this isn't that uncommon with certain private school power programs.
Right.
It's easy to get up and running. The fact that this is a public school matters.
Yeah.
A North Florida public school dominating any sport.
So
for that amount of
we
time
got a couple of the ladies from the team. And by the way, you just mentioned private schools. Well, you know, St. Thomas Aquinas, that's a power.
Correct.
So it's Bartram Trail, St. Thomas Aquinas in the state championship, 6A girls soccer state championship. We got Brooke Goose and Victoria Karstens on the program right now, both members of the team. Brooke, I'll start with you. Going into that game, you knew that was going to be a good game, right? St. Thomas Aquinas is a very, very good soccer program as well, correct?
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning of playoffs, they were like talking about us, like they expected to see us in the final.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like watching us from the beginning. They had watched all of our film, but we knew that. We didn't overthink it. We took it one step at a time, and honestly, I think that's what made us successful. Is we didn't focus on them until we had to.
Can you talk about both the positives side of and also the pressure side of the expectations that come along with a program that gets on cruise control, where you know, bottom line, you start every year where the goal is to win it all, and if you don't win state, and you know, in some way you've at least fallen short. So I'm sure that brings some advantages. You know, in sports we talk about DNA, and it also brings, you know, the pressure that comes along with that.
I mean, when I was a freshman and all of the girls were like, so it was just such a power team. I think as upperclassmen, it's important to like take it seriously so that younger girls can look up to you and want to be able to do the same thing that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, we had 9 seniors on the field as starters. And I think that's already crazy. But for
that is
to look
nuts.
at all of us, and I think that honestly is another thing that makes the program more successful is everyone looks up to each other.
So, Victoria, what were you guys talking about at halftime? Because you had a high scoring, right? High scoring first half. I think, you know, it was back and forth. How did you guys, what was the thought at halftime?
It was honestly at this point, it's who wants it more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a mental battle at this point. We know St. Thomas Aquinas, they want this win more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
They've been watching our film. They've been, booking hotels for the whole weekend,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that they were going to win. And it's just who wants it more? And it's especially us 11 seniors, just knowing that could be our last 40 minutes ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's we just had to play with heart.
All right, so back to Brooke. We're tied at the end of regulation, right? So we're thinking overtime. Now, how do you attack overtime in a game like that? Are we thinking, in the back of your mind, are you thinking, geez, this thing might come down to penalty kicks? Or are you thinking, we got to score a goal? I don't want it to come down to penalty kicks. How did you guys look at it? Yeah.
Well, me personally, there was, I remember they were attacking. I looked at the clock. There was 2 minutes, 19 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, shoot, we're going to have to go to penalties.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had this quick counterattack. And I was it wasn't successful, but it gave me that last minute of hope that I needed. In that moment, you need to give it everything you can.
Right.
And we did, and we were able to be successful off of it. But I was no, we're not going to PKs. We're going to just spend, we got it. We can do it. The way we counterattacked so quick, those last 2 minutes, we kept it up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up winning that corner kick, which won it all.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest changes in sports, really, for Dan and I doing this show now and sitting here in our 50s, or your parents or grandparents and y'all, is just how much soccer has become available. There was no youth soccer when I was a kid, literally, at least where I lived. I'm curious how many of you girls, you said you had 9 seniors together. What was your introduction to soccer? Did you start playing when you were 3, 4 years old at Chuck Rogers or somewhere? Have you played together through club soccer? And how many of y'all will be going on to play in college? And will any of you stay teammates there? A lot of questions there, wasn't there? A lot of questions in one question. I hope you wrote them down.
Yeah. I'm thinking. But we do have 11 seniors, but the reason I say 9 is because 3 of them are goalies that were on the field. So there's 11 of us, and 2. How many of us are going to play college?
Yeah.
There's 9 of us committed to play college soccer.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, any teammates?
Congratulations,
Will any
by
of
the
y'all
way.
go off together? Or nine different spots, or some of you girls going to the same school?
We're all going to different places.
Yeah, wow. Look at that.
So,
And it is another country too.
Wow. Well, listen, it's a heck of a program. It's a powerhouse. But I want to go back to how long are the overtimes in the game?
20 minutes.
All right, so
10 and 10.
All right, so you played a lot of soccer that night. Are you exhausted at the end? And I mean, it was the second overtime, right? Is that when we broke the tie with 19 seconds left? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Victoria, take me through that goal. Take me through watching. Take me through the thought that, oh my God, we're going to win this thing.
I mean, the back line, we were defending for our lives.
Right.
It was a switch went off, and we realized we are not letting a goal in. It's not happening. And once we scored, which I have faith in our forwards, but half of my mind was preparing for penalty kick.
Mm-hmm.
But even our keeper, who was going to go in for PK, she was already warming up on the side of the field. So once we scored, it was just an indescribable feeling.
Yeah.
Just we did it, and this is also the end forever. And a lot of us are very, very close friends.
Sure.
Even in school. So just the fact that we got to win a state championship together our senior year is just amazing.
That is amazing. And that's tears.
Good for
I'm sure
y'all.
there were tears of joy and tears of sadness and just so much, just an exhaustion and just elated. So many different words to describe what you guys went through, but it was what a run, and it continues. But again, you guys have been part of a bunch of them. So, and to go out with this one had to be awesome. Just some final thoughts. just tell us about your futures. What are you guys going to do? What's up for you, Brooke?
So I'm committed to play D1 at Southern Illinois University.
Ah, the Salukis.
Yes.
When you go up there, just tell everybody you know Walt Frazier. Just remember that name, Walt Frazier. Yes,
Okay,
Southern
I'll let
Illinois.
everyone-
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm from Illinois, so I do have family up
good.
there. So I'm not going there for no reason.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
I'm going to study aviation
Okay.
to become a pilot, hopefully one day.
All right, wonderful.
And, yeah.
Congratulations. How about you, Victoria?
I'm committed to Barton College
Mhm.
at the D2 level
Okay.
in North Carolina.
Okay.
And I'll be studying criminology to be something in the cop field. I'm not sure exactly what yet.
Well, congratulations. Sounds like you guys both got your acts together. Wonderful high school career. Appreciate you coming on and reliving probably one of the greatest nights of your lives in terms of sports. So that's awesome stuff. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, ladies.
And good luck the rest of the way. Keep in touch.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Brooke Goss and Victoria Karstens, Bartram Trail. It is a dynasty, man. They win state titles, and to beat St. Thomas Aquinas is a big deal.
I think it's easy to lose perspective. We get so entrapped with our pro athletes and our college teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's far more of you out there that all got to play high school sports.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're winning a game or a district or a tournament. It's just
we talk so
memories
much
forever.
about football and basketball, but soccer is where North Florida has done well. We won some state titles this year, and in a women's soccer, I mean, St. John's Country Day, they win. I mean, and Bartram and Creekside's. I mean, there's so many good programs. So I'll leave them out. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. That was the Lock Law High Score Report.
So
brought to you by
Petros
Fred Lee Lock.
Plumbing Wednesday. We're going to talk some Major League Baseball. We're getting closer and closer to the to opening day. We got the Murphy Power Hour, the former NLCS MVP. So that's still coming up as well. Petros Plumbing, like family, they're there for all your plumbing emergency, or maybe it's a project you're planning. Also, looking to get in, you've got an in right now. Hiring commercial plumbers. Go to BetrosPlumbing.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Put some wedge in your next chassis adjustment.
He said he was a little bit free.
This Sunday at Phoenix, NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on your NASCAR station. 1010XL.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have two choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beard's has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses and fine print. Beard's has all the top designers, including Tacori and Viraggio. Beard's doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beard's Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beard's in the St. John's Town Center.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at ITP. The ITP partners, man, we're facing interesting economic times, right? Well, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP partners because experience, expertise, and knowledge, that's what my guys got. That's Chris Bryan and Reagan Wright. It's Jeff Hartman and Dan Abel. It's Scott Regner. That's Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. Listen, when you go to ITP partners, man, they sit down with you. You tell them what you want to do with your money, and they develop a strategy where your goals become their priority. And it's a great time to get in the game. Real easy to get a hold of those guys. They'll help you. They'll steer you through. My daughter just went down there. Janice Cobb took great care of her. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. They're ITP partners. They're my financial partners for life.
Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Haymaker Coffee is a local coffee brand to help fuel your daily grind. Why Haymaker? It's fuel for the morning hustle, the late night, and every step of the way. Bold flavors for the bold city. Online at haymakercoffeeco.com. Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail-wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open-play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Your hole-in-one for men's health is Ackerman Urology. With offices in Mandarin, Middleburg, World Golf Village, and the beaches, Ackerman will get you on par for any prostate conditions and sexual vitality. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer. Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 31-day spring event. Experience superior craftsmanship and timeless design with buy one, get one 40% off custom replacement windows and patio doors. Enjoy the ease of zero down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Welcome to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. That ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again.
has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Oh, we got one of the best in the business, Daniel Murphy, in studio with us. I'd first like to congratulate the two of you.
Yes.
As you've continued to dominate the sport. It's
Yes,
now,
thank you.
I think, third year in a row. I mean, I hear silly me sitting here thinking the Dodgers have spent the most money, but no, for the third year in a row, the Mets have claimed the crown of payroll kings.
Really?
They've totaled $1.36 billion in payroll and luxury tax over 4 years. This year, they established the regular season payroll record, according to the final figures from Major League Baseball, $333.3 million. That topped the previous mark you set last year at $319.
So that would have been for 24 then.
Yeah,
right?
24. Yeah,
that's 24 season.
It warmed my
correct.
It warmed my heart to see my Latino brothers having a good time in the dugout the other day.
They have good fun.
They like to dance around.
I love
it. Got a little softball in
You've been to winter ball before.
Yeah, I've seen it. Oh, yeah, it's a party.
It really is.
I love it.
I appreciate it, too. Like, I can remember Acuna, it was either last year or the year before. Like, they don't ever get to see him play. He'll go out and play a series. They just, it's ball.
It is like jumping on the sand lot. They just more people are showing up.
Nobody ever gets to see me. Hey, I'm going to play this weekend for,
That was when he had the coming together down there. Like he hit a homer and they were getting into it. They take it serious. I remember playing against Carlos Gomez, who was with the Mets and then the Twins and the
was
Brewers
traded but then wasn't traded.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Kind of glad we did.
Yeah.
End up with Cespedes.
Yes.
But he got a single base hit on us late in the game, and it took him 12 seconds to get down the line. He was celebrating it so much. But I was like, play your ball
to the victor.
Yeah.
Hey, couple of college baseball. I know you follow the college game, and I saw that. Well, Florida got waxed by UCF last night.
That happens in college. Baseball more than other sports, maybe.
So it was like 3-2 Florida.
Is UCF good this year?
Yeah. 9-3. Third base coach, runner on first. Lefty went opposite corner, left field corner. We're sending him coming around third. I'm like, not a good idea, man. I mean, he was coming around third. He's sending him, and the shortstop's getting the baseball. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be dead. He was dead by 4 feet. And
this is for Florida?
Yeah, that snuffed out a rally. UCF kept the lead, and then UCF hit a home run and took a 6-2 lead, and then ran it out.
This is put you on the spot a little bit. Who is the third base coach? Who runs third base for Florida? It's not O'Sullivan, right?
No,
and
I'd
not
have to look.
Geralman, then,
I don't think it's Geralman.
Okay, so it's one of the other assistants.
I'd have to look.
The critical corner.
Yeah.
Third base coaching is a thankless job.
It is.
Nobody pays attention to you. You get somebody whacked at the plate.
100%.
And it's honest answer to the question. If Doge walked through Major League Baseball, would they get rid of the first base coach altogether? Does he serve a purpose? Honestly.
I like the Mets first base coach.
He
helps with they do other things.
One. Okay, so one specifically, runner on first and second. If you're the base runner, the first base coach's job is to watch the first baseman so he doesn't backpick me, because I'm going to try to get as big a lead as I can to beat the first.
I got a dugout for that, boys.
But,
I got a dugout.
How about this, too? How about this?
Yeah, that's it. And they're wonderful coat hangers for handling all your stuff when you get over there.
Now, boy, they'll put on
they'll
some
put it on
contraptions.
you, put it on their ankle, give you a nice fist pound too.
I don't mean any disrespect. Give them a job, but man, at first base coaching, I know this. Like in lower levels of baseball, if you ain't got a first base coach, it ain't no big deal.
You run a player out there, like I did it for Salt Lake City a couple years. Yeah, I did it for Salt Lake.
You'd run 9-year-olds out there in Little League.
So the biggest one for the coaches probably is they do work like off the field. So they'll be the base running coach.
I have a question. I'll save it.
Let me also mention FSU beat UNF big. And FSU, I know it's a cheat stick.
They got a good team.
But they got a kid named Miles Bailey.
I saw him go over the scoreboard.
Last night.
I don't think he played against JU because I didn't see him on the menu.
I think he might be a true freshman. I got it.
All right. But he hit 2 homers last night, didn't he?
Yes.
We knew that
he'll
coach
be playing more.
Can't find some space for him.
knew that coach was going to be great. You know, he knew it coming back home. You knew it all along, and it's took a year.
Did it say what's UNF's record? I haven't checked them out yet.
They start a little bit better than JU. They both play tough schedules coming. Working their way.
Yeah.
In,
so JU
he's a freshman. Miles Bailey. So
what size?
Oh,
big kid.
Yeah.
Lefty, and it went oppo over the scoreboard. I mean, that was
stunned the announcers.
Yes.
Like they were having a pleasant conversation.
Yeah, that's a shot.
He went over like the scoreboard.
Oppo?
Yes.
It was
yes.
good.
He's gonna hit. And the Hunter Carnes kid isn't playing a lot either, and he's going to be a star there. I mean, he's the first Coast kid.
Yeah.
Was a catcher.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can hit. So he'll work his way in eventually as well. So just good teams.
Baseball update. JU went to Mobile and got one. They won the first game.
Yeah.
So gave themselves a chance to win the series. But
Well, that's
lost
because
the
everybody
second
beats
two.
the Jaguars.
Well,
oh dear,
South Alabama.
Anyway, just wanted to update some college baseball numbers as we.
I have a college basketball question for you guys. Then we'll take a break. We'll come back. Get on. We got some major league issues to touch on. I think it's a fair question. We talked about Vern a little bit earlier today, and we talked about Gator basketball. And I don't know if this is an easy question. Who's the most famous notable? Who's the most famous Gator basketball alum? Like who would be the face of Florida basketball?
Like
There's
the
no
most
quick
recognizable
answers.
for
You're
me,
right.
honestly,
Yeah.
I think of Jason Williams.
Okay.
I've been on YouTube wandering down the
That's fair.
rabbit
He's
hole.
such short career. He would make my
from
top
Marshall,
5.
yeah,
I don't
but-
know.
I say Joakim Noah.
Joakim?
That's the first person who comes to me.
It's
one.
probably more
Damn
like a
it,
question for E because, like, for me,
It still goes back?
No, for me, the guy, but this is a personal note, near and dear to my heart, and what he accomplished
Billy
there.
Donovan?
Patrick Young.
Patrick Young.
Pat,
To me,
okay.
I'll tell you who it is. I'll tell you who it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
If he stayed one more year, I think he would be.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the first superstar that came to Gainesville. It's Mike Miller, dude.
Yeah.
To
He's
me,
up there.
Mike
He's
Miller
up there.
was
Yeah.
that. I mean, he was like the number one player in the country, or top 3.
Yeah.
Came to Gainesville,
Yeah.
took them to a Final Four. They'd never been, they'd been.
I loved
Teddy Dupay has the shit.
Teddy Dupay.
Go even further.
Shitsis,
And you
Ronnie,
you can't talk Florida basketball. He's not the face.
Yeah.
UD?
But no, way back.
Yeah.
Neil Walk.
Yeah.
Was the second overall pick behind a guy
Kareem.
named Lou Alcindor
Yeah.
in 1969 in the draft.
And by the way, it was a terrible bust. It was not a right
Yeah.
pick, but he was that
Yeah.
at Florida. They had a big, he was
highest
7-footer.
draft pick ever.
It's big center.
Yeah, so there's a lot, but
Yeah.
the actual face is a good question.
I don't know. I
That's a
just
good
don't know
question.
who it is.
It's probably Billy.
Yeah.
It's probably Billy
Yeah,
Donovan.
but that's
If
not
you-
an option.
But if you
We're going
say player, then
it's funny because the guy who texted in the question leans Jason Williams. He does not. He wasn't there long
No,
enough. for me.
I underestimated. As soon as E said Noah, Joakim Noah, I underestimated that club with Horford as well.
It almost feels like it has to be off of that team that won the back.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
It got to be one of those boys.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting. All right. Well,
Andrew DeClerc.
yeah, there's
there's a lot of them, dude.
and Vern, man. Because listen,
Vernon.
everybody here did something that others hadn't done.
Yeah.
But that Vern team, now understand, the Gators had never been to an NCAA basketball tournament. This is the late 80s. They'd never been, not once. Now, the tournament grew a bunch, and so at one point it was harder to get in. But, here's JU going to a final in the
Yeah, when
early
you say it
70s.
like that.
Florida can't even get into the tournament until like 87. It's the first time they ever went. And Vernon and Moten and Shinsis were part of that. So, special place for those guys, too. All right, back with more next on a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The world will be watching Ponte Vedra.
And the Scheffler victory train just keeps on rolling.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by Roundtree Sauce
Surfside Pools
and Performance Painting.
on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at Dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Mia O'Brien here for Pro-Jax Roofing. Here at the Superstation, we talk a lot about pros. Pro football, pro baseball, pro basketball, pro sports. But if you want a true pro when it comes to your roof, you should call Mike with Pro-Jax Roofing. Mike's been in the roofing biz for well over 25 years, and when you call, you don't get a recording, you get Mike himself. Find Mike's cell on ProJaxRoofingFL.com. That's ProJaxRoofingFL.com. Don't rely on the third string option. Call in the starter with Mike at Pro-Jax Roofing.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about not looking at the rear-view mirror of unforgiveness. It's so easy to keep looking in the past when someone has hurt or offended us. What we don't realize is that if we keep looking at the rear-view mirror of anger, it will cause us to miss out on the good things that God has in store right in front of us. Friends, looking in the rear-view mirror of the past will never give you peace in the present.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week, Maya Brumley, senior lacrosse player at Sandalwood High. Maya's scholastic achievements include the National and English Honor Societies. Congratulations, Maya.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're apa what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, this is David with Royal Pest Services. The fact that we've been bundled up the past month gave us an idea. Let's bundle up also with our Centricon and Pest Control Bundle, starting at $349. Visit RoyalPestServices.com for your free inspection.
If you're heading to the Og or you're already part of the nation's oldest, don't forget to drop into Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
Frank Frangie here. When you're inside the Kuhn Flowers showroom, you'll find a wide array of gift ideas that will take care of any gift-giving situation. Spend a few minutes there and you'll see for yourself. That's Kuhn Flowers on Beach Boulevard.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. The LPGA Stars of Tomorrow are at the Epson Tours Atlantic Beach Classic, presented by Access Golf, March 6th through the 8th at Atlantic Beach Country Club. Tickets available at AtlanticBeachClassic.com. See the ladies shine on the First Coast.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I've been talking about Beaches Dermatology for a long time because I've been going there for a long time. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader, staff at Solana Road, second to none. And it's not just me. Recently voted the top workplace of 2025, and you got to know that. That's why Beaches Dermatology will take care of you. They want you to take care of your skin. Protect it, man. If you're out golfing, TPC next week. We get a nice sunshiny day. Man, protect those ears. Long sleeve dry fits. Enjoy the weather, but protect your skin. If something does show up, just go online at beachesdermatology.com to make an appointment. Find the location closest and nearest to serve you. That's beachesdermatology.com.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, we're not going to spend any time on this, but full disclosure or, equal opportunity, we were kicking around the same question we asked about Gator basketball with FSU basketball. Who would be the most notable, face of their The real answer, like the most accomplished, is Dave Cowens, but a lot of people, probably don't even know he went to FSU. So
that's fair.
I said maybe Bobby Sura. You went Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell, yeah.
They've had a lot of good players these last few years, but again, they only stay for a year or two, and you don't think of them as FSU players almost. But there's a bunch of Knowles running around the NBA right now.
I saw. They're going to replace Leonard Hamilton there. Here are some of the coaches there being mentioned. Sam Cassell, who's with the Celtics.
I like that.
Luke Locks is a Kings assistant. Andy Kennedy, UAB coach. Arkansas State coach Brian Hodgson. Duke assistant Chris Carrawell.
Andy Kennedy, that's like Ole Miss.
Yeah.
When they had the land shark dude. What was that guy's name? Marshall something?
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Henderson,
Marshall
was it?
Henderson, yeah.
That guy was cocky.
And Andy Kennedy, immediately thought of
Pat Kennedy. Sure.
Yeah.
Who had the Knowles in there. That's good old days.
Yeah.
Paying guys you're not supposed to. Building a team from
Dirty.
nowhere. Yeah. Good stuff.
Well, I just saw Bobby Knight drop a little bit of a bomb on YouTube. Not a bomb, but on John Wooden out there about how they were. He didn't respect him as much.
Found a YouTube clip him talking about him.
Bobby Knight talking about how UCLA got players.
You see,
back in the day.
One other basketball note, you saw that, Kyrie tore his ACL. So
Man, what
Mavericks are cooked. But
what a month it's been for Dallas. If you're a Mavs fan.
Just to mention the injuries for Dallas: Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, P.J. Washington, Kyrie Irving, and they also have Nico Harrison listed. Brain damage.
Yeah, brain damage. That's fair. He took a spill somewhere.
Yeah, that on top of them up in the price tag on the season tickets.
Yeah, throw that
Yeah,
one. You want to talk about can't read the room. That is almost begging for your team. That's begging for your fans to say, please leave our town.
Yes.
Thank you.
They're trying to work their way out of
about
town.
not doing it anyway.
Hey, listen, when it happens here in about 2.5 weeks, don't say that you weren't warned. If you're paying attention, go ahead and expect it when that powerhouse basketball team that you penciled into the Final Four limps out in round 2 against Villanova. I mean, it's coming. Are you not watching basketball the last couple of weeks? I mean, last Tuesday, Florida went to pitiful Georgia, had lost 7 of 8, got beat straight up, and it really wasn't close. I mean, they got close at the end, but they blew them out. Last night, Iowa State, is a 2 seed in just about every projection. Lost at home to BYU, middle of the pack team. Auburn on the road last night at Texas A&M. Same Texas A&M team the Gators beat by double digits.
Four straight losses.
Same one that's lost 4 games in a row,
Yeah.
and they didn't just beat Auburn; they handled them easily, beat them by 10.
Yeah.
So don't say, "Oh my God, how did Duke lose to Arkansas?"
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and and these are the good. These are the good teams that you trust.
Yeah.
And then, like Auburn wasn't even in the game. I mean, they fell
Daniel,
behind.
by the way, as a member of the drill, I don't know if you've ever done this, and consider this an official invitation.
Yeah.
If you would like to participate in our challenge.
Yeah.
Last place, though, has to spin the wheel, Daniel.
That's not how I entertain the good.
Daniel, it takes a piece of your soul, let me tell you.
Yeah, I've heard you guys do it.
Yeah.
Now, the pass-fail one that Jeff just did.
Yeah,
was
the river
reasonable.
run. Sure.
Yeah,
they did.
reasonable.
A race. There's a reason they call it the river run.
I'm
It's
just
the river
saying,
race.
if you want to be a part of it, feel free to come on in.
Thank you for the offer.
Murph would choose if he had a bunch of options and the river run was one of them. He would choose river run.
That's in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could run the
No,
whole
you would do
darn
the
thing.
same thing I did. You would just get through it and and not have to deal with the embarrassment.
He will be putting on a diaper and walking down to the sip and go.
He said he's not putting that one again. That's what he says. I don't know.
You can't do that again, man.
Big pacifier in his mouth. Yeah. We're gonna call him Little Baby.
Remember those big cartoonish bonnets?
Little Baby.
you used to see?
That's Little Babe E.
Florida does have a big basketball game tonight, though. They're at Alabama, and the loser of this game probably can kiss a 1 seed hope goodbye. A winner is probably the 2 seed in the SEC tournament, which has its benefits as well. Florida can go ahead and lock that away if they win. I think Alabama still has to win this weekend.
I think the loser, if they win the SEC tournament, could rally back and get the 1 seed.
But you don't want to have to do that.
No, I'm not worried about the 1 seed. The only positive of being a 1.
It's the 16. It's a 16 game.
Well, it's not that. To me, the positive of being a 1 is if chalk holds, the
get
2
4.
isn't
Yeah.
Houston, Duke, or Auburn.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? If you're a 1, the 2 is going to be one of those Iowa State or something versus
there's
if
that.
you're a 2, you're probably going to meet Duke in the regional final.
I think there can also, I give you another advantage of being the 1 is in the Sweet 16 playing the 4 instead of playing the 3.
Yeah.
It'd be a big difference.
Yeah.
Some years the cutoff is more dramatic than others. This year it feels like once you get to about seed number 3.5, you can go 3.5 through about 7, and all those teams are dangerous in some way or another. And if they get hot, and we saw it last year with NC State, they were nothing right now. They weren't even going to make the NIT perhaps, and ran through the ACC and then all the way to the Final Four.
I know you're a big fan of Trey Turner.
Yes.
And he was facing Scherzer in the box the other day. Did you see this process?
Where does Scherzer end up? Toronto?
Toronto. Scherzer is a nut job.
Scherzer thinks he thinks out loud for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
Whenever you ask him a question about the ABS.
You played together in Washington,
Both of
right?
them. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
With Max and Trey.
And Scherzer's kind of annoying.
Did you like Scherzer or did he?
It took me a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, because his starting pitchers are interesting creatures anyway, because they only work once a week.
Yeah.
Now, I'm teasing, but they really only work once a week.
Right.
But so Max would come in, and he'd be really serious. And when he went to put his uniform on, let's say for a 7 o'clock tip at 6, that was it.
Right.
You didn't really see Max again. And so Worth would always say to him when he was putting his uniform on, he'd walk by him and go, I'll see you on the other side. And you didn't see Max come out until they took the ball from him. So it took me some getting used to because I'm like, we're posting every day.
Other places aren't like that.
And not as much, but they're different.
He's chirpy in the dugout, too, when he's not pitching.
When he's
also.
not participating in the game, yes. But he's always out there.
Yes.
He's always out there
Which is
watching
good.
the game. But
anyway, so he comes out after the first
ABS,
and he's like, I don't like it, the checks, right? And he had 2 of them, and he's annoyed, and he just like he's always annoyed at stuff, right? and so Turner steps in to start the game. First pitch, Turner
just to
it's like middle too. I mean, before the ball goes back, Trey's hitting him with the head tap, and so he's teasing.
That's funny.
Oh, it was good stuff.
That
it
is
was good stuff in baseball. Spring training continues.
Yeah, you can have a little kangaroo fun there with that.
They were talking yesterday. Did you have to make like deals if you like for the bus rides and stuff? Like if you have to go, there was one, I don't know who they were talking about, but Eduardo was talking about one guy. Yeah, I'll go as long as I'm getting 4 at bats. I'm not coming out after 1 at bat.
Yeah.
If I'm taking a 3-hour ride total, I want,
So the way
things like that. How did that work for you?
So it kind of worked for veterans. Like if you went on a road trip like that, you would kind of get to call your shot.
Okay.
So it'd be like you may take a 2nd at bat, and think that was great, and I don't want another one, or I want to stay in and take a 3rd or play an extra inning of defense. What I like to do, which was a little bit unique, was if I got on my last at bat when I was going to get a caddy to come in, I like to run the bases.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to get out here. I'm going to go for this celebration right now.
All right.
So I would run the bases if I ever got on my last at bat instead of getting pinch run for.
I like that. But you had told me you didn't need a ton of ABs to be ready for the green light.
It was more a feeling of what I was trying to feeling comfortable, and more stacking the at bats up at the end of camp.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I would rather get 20 at bats, in a 5-day span or so, something like that, and stack them up, than need to get 80 over the course of the 6 weeks. And a big one for me at the end is I always wanted to try to, if we could, play a night game, go deep into the night game, maybe the whole thing or 7-8 innings, and then with a day game the next day. So go sleep and get up and get ready to play a day game after a night game.
I'll tell you the amazing thing for me, and I was just watching some spring training ball yesterday, and obviously I follow the Mets. The amount of dudes that I've never heard of, it's incredible, man. These usually it's like, because you think about it, you got your roster, then you got I know the top 30 prospects for the Mets. And they're trotting guys out of, and this is every team. I mean, they just have all these kids who are just, they're not, some are 25, 27. They're just trying to get to the bigs, man.
In there.
And they're trying, and they're in the 8th inning, and they're wearing number 94, which is always a bad sign. You don't want to be number 94.
Starting wide receiver.
Yeah, and you're out there on the bump, and you're just, it's just, and then yesterday they also they didn't whack, but what is the difference when they tell you, okay, you're going to the minors, you're going down, but you're still in the same complex? What do you have to go practice on a different field now? Is that what happens?
You walk to a different clubhouse.
You have a whole different clubhouse.
Yeah, it's a whole different facility. Now it's just like it's on the same property.
Is it a little bit demeaning, or is it?
We talked about this last week.
I know.
You'd rather not go to the bushes.
Well, but you're going to go. So does it bother you, or is it like Blake Tidwell threw an immaculate inning for the Mets the other day? He's big, throws 97, 98. He's not going to make the big league club. They want him pitching, so
that aspect of it is different, and you need to get used to that. It's not based on performance what you do over there. For like most of the guys in the minor league, it doesn't matter what you do. You won't make the club, but you can also make an impression. So I had a teammate of mine, Jonathan Malo, who ended up being more of like an organizational sort of depth player than someone who was considered a prospect and going to play in the big leagues.
Right.
But Jerry Manuel brought him over a couple of times. He played well. And, like, he was close to getting called up by Jerry in the middle of the season because of how well he did in camp.
Okay.
He was like a utility infielder, really athletic, could run. Good player, but not necessarily considered a prospect.
I don't think he ever made it, did he?
No, he didn't, but he was, like, close.
If you're going to consume heartbreaks for kids like that, man, just want them to get a taste. Just get a taste of that big. Give them a weekend series, something.
Daniel, is there a schedule that Major League Baseball follows that can kind of clue the fan in to the best time to watch spring training? Like in football, it's become the third preseason game, right? The one where the starts. Because you got to really be into the process and be a type 1 fan to sit down and enjoy spring training baseball after about the second inning, because to your points, it's just a bunch of if you're heavy into the scouting, and then you can take something there. But
you know what I enjoy
by the way,
about it?
shout out to the Braves who played a 9-inning 0-0 game yesterday. The offense has just been on fire for Atlanta.
You know what I enjoy about spring training telecasts? The banter.
Yeah, it's even
I like when
more
the guy. Yeah, you got a lot to talk about, and you got Kirkjian throwing in, and Perez. If you like the guys, obviously I like the Mets booth. So if I watch them, and you'll be doing some games in the regular season.
Yeah, and there's even more. They have more access to the players in spring training, so you can get more storylines behind it with the not the dead time, but more time to fill.
Good point.
Talking about how to watch spring training right now, as you asked that, Jeff, I was thinking it'd be a good time to watch the Dodgers and the Cubs right now, because the bell's about to ring for them in 10 days, so they're going to be
ramping up a little.
Yeah, a little more than the other ones, and then. Once you get in, you can feel it in camp, because as guys get sent down to minor league camp, there's less and less people in the clubhouse. So you go from having like 60.
We see that like as the cut downs come.
And then it's much less crowded in the clubhouse. When you get to the end, there's like 28, probably 28 to 30 of you, and you're trying to figure out who's
how
going to get this last couple
important
spots.
are innings for anybody who's been in the league for once you're just not a newbie, once you've been in the league for 3 or 4 years, I know spring training is necessary. You get your body right, the drills, everything. But how important are at-bats and innings for veteran players?
I think important to get on your feet and to try and feel comfortable.
Is there a number that you wanted to have going into spring training, or is it more of a feel you want to get to you? Baseball's such a streaky sport, Daniel. You know that you go through the ups and downs all year long. I mean, I'm sure the same thing happens sometimes in spring.
I wanted to just finish by stacking the at-bats up. And it works out well now because there's so many players. If you stay back and don't play in a spring training game, you can still get at-bats against guys who stay back and will throw
you're getting
like simulated games.
That's what I mean. You're getting
pitching.
A lot of that. That's
because the game is different now, and I'll say it that like a lot of guys used to play more winter ball 20, 30, 40 years ago. Like they would go play winter ball. So spring training wasn't, I would say, as much of a necessity to see pitching. Now, I needed camp because I hadn't seen really live pitching in the offseason.
Do we still see a bunch of Americans go play winter ball, or has it become just like a Latin-dominated Latin experience?
They still go, like younger players.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll still go over there.
You get told, don't you?
Some will.
Some will do
some
it
guys will go over there to make some. You can make some bread over there.
Well, there you go.
Get yourself some scratch.
There you go.
If you play well.
The best thing is if you're in the Arizona Fall League, I suppose. Then you're up in the from a prospect
from a prospect league. That'd be the most recognizable. Now you don't make any money out there.
No, but I'm just saying for the player, if you're a fan of a team, that's where you want to see your guy playing in the offseason.
That would mean that they've had like a good season and they're kind of on the up and up.
Yeah.
All right, let's grab a break. We'll keep it going. We got 9 o'clock nasty.
Oh boy.
So we'll sound the bell.
Dear.
Let's go.
You got some Ice Spice stories?
Oh no, gosh,
little baby.
It just keeps going on and on.
I see what
never
you're
ends.
doing
Beach
there,
Roast
man.
Plumbing Wednesday. We apologize to the Beach Roast family. Fine, outstanding Jacksonville family.
I just want you to meet some people and find out whatever you can about them.
What type of people?
Dangerous, dirty, tattooed, uncivilized. Your kind of people.
1010XL. One thing that separates Beard's Diamonds from those other jewelry stores at the town center, no one's paid on commission.
Nobody at Beard's is on commission. That's more of your corporate stores that pay commission.
Beard's owner, John Lupo, says that means no pressure, no hidden agenda, no extra markups.
And you're getting a better deal. You're not paying the corporate commission. You're not paying the salesperson's commission. But if they're paying your salespeople commission, you're starting off in the hole.
And that's why you feel like a number at most jewelry stores, because it's all about making the sale, but not not at Beard's.
Because it's a corporate atmosphere and they want to sell you what they want to sell you. We're here to sell you what you want. Our salespeople can do whatever they want to make sure that the customer is happy.
So relax. At Beard's Diamonds, they have all the things you want, like quality education, selection, warranties, and none of the stuff you don't want, like pressure and tacked on commissions.
Nobody's making an extra 5 or 10% on Beard's customers.
Beard's Diamonds, the town center's only locally owned jeweler.
We sell better merchandise, better product for less money, guaranteed.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Doc T said, Hick, I'm going into concierge medicine. Doc, what's concierge medicine? He said, well, like you don't feel well, you come see me right away. You don't have to make an appointment and wait a couple weeks. Or here's my phone number. Call me if there's a medical emergency. You know, I have fewer patients, therefore I can practice more medicine and be there for you when you need me. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost, that'll surprise you. And as far as doctors, Rick Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Doc T been a fixture in our community forever. So rattle them off. He can do it all. Yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. Doc T's got you covered. All right, so here's what you do. You got questions? You go to mypvconcierge.com for all your answers. mypvconcierge.com will have all your answers to the world of concierge medicine.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Duck Rooter is the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, and we want to help you protect your septic system. Think about this. What would happen to your car if you never change the oil? Septic systems are no different and should be pumped at least every 3 years. Lack of maintenance is the #1 reason for septic system failure. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services today to schedule your pumping.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Amelia Tucker, senior varsity track and field and soccer player at Wilson High. Amelia is involved with student government and is a member of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Amelia.
The Players, one of the biggest events on the PGA Tour, is right here in our backyard. So how much do you know about the tournament? Scotty Scheffler came from 5 strokes back on Sunday to win at TPC Sawgrass last year, the 4th player in tournament history to close a 5-shot or more gap, including Justin Leonard, who did it in 1998. Sawgrass Asset Management, specializing in high-quality growth stock and fixed income portfolios for institutional and high-net-worth investors. A Jacksonville company proud to be involved in the community.
Family owned and managed for 20 plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Ann. I'm 67 years old. I lost 25 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. I have so much more energy. I feel at least 20 years younger. I can run up the stairs now where it was a little bit hard for me. My knees would always hurt. I had shoulder pain. I've had elbow pain. I think it's all pretty much from the weight that I had on my body, on my frame. It feels amazing that Awaken 180 offers free maintenance for life. The fact that I have free coaching when the weight loss process is over is absolutely amazing to me.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Less joint pain, more energy, reducing medications. The benefits of losing weight with Awaken 180 are endless. The ability to maintain that weight loss, priceless. Free support for life. Online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by Baker Glass. For the 3rd time in 4 years, JU is heading to the ASUN Championship semifinals. The Dolphins dominated Eastern Kentucky by 11 Monday and earned their 3rd win over the Colonels this season. Robert McCray led the way for JU and recorded his 2nd career double-double, scoring 26 and grabbing 10 rebounds with 5 assists, just 1 week after posting his 1st career double-double against the same Eastern Kentucky team. Zach Bell and Stephon Payne each pitched in 10 to help lift the Dolphins to victory. 4th-seeded JU hits the road tomorrow to take on number 2 North Alabama, as the Dolphins look to return to the ASUN Championship after finishing as runner-up in 2022. Listen live at 7 on 1010 a.m. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 70 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, Murphy Power Hour, brought to you by our friends at ITP Partners. Jaguar fan Daniel Murphy is all in on Mason Graham.
Yeah, I covet him.
You covet him?
Yes.
That's your guy.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah,
do.
he ain't messing around.
No, he said covet.
He's made it clear. This is his guy. This is his guy. Let me ask you this question, Murph. I bet, and the boys, no wrong answer here. So the boys, you kind of got to dig into these guys. But I'm convinced the Jags are going to sign a corner next week. Now, I could be wrong, but. And so our Dream Fighters Homes poll question was, which of these corners would you want? Charvarius Ward, San Francisco, Carlton Davis, Detroit, DJ Reed, the Jets, Byron Murphy, Minnesota. They're all 4 ranked in like the top 15 of the NFL free agent pool. And they're all starting NFL veteran cornerbacks.
Yep.
So I don't know, this guy's better in man. Thank you, Coach. This guy's in man. This guy's better in. I don't know those questions. This guy had more picks. So is there one that jumps out at you in Ward, Davis, Reed, or Byron Murphy?
I wouldn't be able to speak, no, because I just haven't looked into it enough. I mean, what I have looked up, it seems like Davis with the Lions has been the one that has
They
done
talk about
some of the Jaguars podcasts.
If they
I've seen.
signed one of these guys, would we all be happy? I think we would, right?
I think so.
Be a start.
Yeah.
I mean, they
now, were we saying this about Ronald Darby last year, though?
No,
Ronald Darby been in the league a long time.
No, we overstated his effect 100 billion%,
He
as
was
we
not
always
good.
do.
Yeah,
He was terrible.
I was concerned with Darby's availability when we signed him.
But here's the problem with I think Darby is another that we had a defensive coordinator that was exposed. Every guy that we had played worse than he'd ever played anywhere else he's been in his career. It
Might
ain't
be some
them.
truth to that.
It's got to be him. I mean, they can't all fail.
Yeah.
But every one of them, Savage, Armstead, Darby, anybody we signed on defensive free agency played less than what they were before they got here. So
we talked about free agencies next week. Those are the corners. There's also a buzz in free agency, and one of these things that Matthew Berry was talking about, and I believe this is going to happen. These guys, these receivers, they're going to get overpaid here, big time. Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
What's the kid from Washington? Is it the Washington kid? Brown? Is that his name?
Yeah.
What's his first name?
De'Ami Brown. And they also have Noah Brown. They have both.
Yeah, De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown is going to
Penn State kid.
Yeah, he's going to.
I don't know if they'll get overpaid.
Right, so
Shame on the teams that overpay him. Then that's why you keep Christian Kirk.
Well,
that's why you keep him at that number.
Well,
because if you get somebody else, they're going to cost you that number anyway. Do you want De'Ami Brown or Darius Slayton over Kirk?
Yeah. De'Ami Brown's a young guy, right?
Christian, and it's a big number Christian's got.
Well, you got to
De'Ami Brown, North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
All right. If
Okay.
you're
What did I say, Penn State?
Yeah. I was like, I thought he was North Carolina.
Yeah, if you're looking to restructure it and stretch the money out a little bit for
You got to have a receiver. Here's the problem I have here with bad teams who have money. It's unacceptable to let good players that would help you go. Your vision stinks. It doesn't work. Every time they sell me vision, we end up changing coaches in 4 years. Do not give me a worse player. Don't come up with some cockamamie reason why we got to let Christian Kirk go unless you're putting somebody in there who's better. You want to let Christian Kirk go and bring me Devontae Adams as a bridge? I'm all for it. But if you're going to let Christian Kirk go and we're going to run out Parker Washington, Gabe Davis, and a couple of draft picks.
Devontae's going where Aaron goes.
Yeah, of course he is. I'm just saying. But if you're in that level of player, change for change's sakes for a bad team who is dumb.
All right, that's fair. Maybe I would look at it this way in that I'm not opposed to I wasn't opposed to the Gabe Davis signing when it happened. It was the years. So now Gabe is all ours this year.
Yeah.
We can't restructure him. And I hope he's, getting healthy and feeling good. But if you can get Christian to lengthen it out, like you said, another year or take it, I would go with Devontae, but I'm a little bit, I don't want to say mean-spirited, but I want to sign him to a 2-year deal so that I can move on from him if I want to after 1 year.
Yeah.
That's...
to Hick's point, I just threw Devontae Adams because he's the latest to come out. He's an indication to me of the level of talent I'm talking about. If you're going to get rid of Christian Kirk, go for salary cap reason. What, the salary cap that we're under? That one? We're not over the cap.
Yeah, we got like 38
Figure your
million to
stuff
spend.
out, man. We're not in a position to let an asset who's proven go to me.
You know what the other ironic thing is about when I shift back to the draft, and you're big on Mason Graham, and we're hearing a lot of Will Campbell, LSU kid, and we're hearing a lot of Will Campbell is versattle enough that he can slide in and guard and be a really good guard. And then they looked up. You know who the last guard was who was taking the last tackle?
Yeah, Sheriff, isn't it?
Yeah, Brandon Sheriff taking it number 5 and was an All-Pro for Washington.
Very good for Washington.
Very good for a lot of
it was
years.
okay for us, but yeah.
Yeah, battler. He's a tough guy.
By the way, that doesn't make it the right pick because let's look at it this way. The Redskins had the number 5 pick in the draft. They're not a good football team. They're picking 5th. They drafted Brandon Sheriff. He had a great career, and the Redskins now / Commanders have done what? Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You could argue taking a guard with the 5th pick isn't the best strategy. It's not going to change the direction of your franchise like even a tackle would. So there's also that argument that they hit a good player, but from an organizational standpoint, and look, there's plenty of differences. From an organizational standpoint, drafting guards as the 5th overall pick is bad strategy because most of these All-Pro guards are coming from outside the first round.
I'd say Jimmy Gladstone, here's the deal. Number 5 pick overall. Okay, I'm looking at the number 5 picks. This is who we need. We need Junior Seau, Deion Sanders, or LaDainian Tomlinson.
Those are 5th picks?
Those are 5th picks overall. Jalen
Not
Ramsey,
Sheriff.
also a 5th pick.
Yeah, not Sheriff. With all due respect.
No.
You
I
need
know.
that.
Yeah.
And by the way, there are those guys at those positions available. Find the right one. We're not big on Jalen Walker. But if it's Jalen Walker, if he's the guy who's going to come in and get 16 sacks every year, then that's who you need to take.
Yeah. That's fine.
Right?
I'm predisposed to a defender right now.
I am too.
I'm just focused on the defense.
But I'm also
in the draft
and I'm also I'm with y'all. I feel that, but I'm also aware that the worst part of our football team, in my opinion, the team the part that has kept us from ever experiencing anything consistently good is the offensive line. When you peak at average, in 20 years, they peaked this. Okay, then we got to be rebuilt, and you don't rebuild by changing the right guard. You rebuild by fresh eyes coming in, looking at the lot of these jokers and, accusing them of highway robbery and getting them the hell out of here and replacing them with better players.
So here's a question. So Jonah Jackson was available.
Okay.
Obviously, I would say we reached out. He moves for a 6th-round pick, and his salary is one time.
I trust the Rams.
Right?
I trust the Rams not. I mean, I got a guy from the Rams saying, no, we don't want him.
Yeah, fair. So, I guess it's just where are we going to do it if we're unwilling to? Which I'm not saying they should have, but it's a day 3 pick on a 1-year deal because you can move on from him without any cap hit or any dollars. So
they must have a bigger plan.
And did not Jonah Jackson fall out of favor in L.A.? Because
Maybe
I
just
saw
with,
Sean McVay
yeah,
laud him
they had
for
another
his professionalism because he wasn't playing.
They have another. There's 2 Jacksons out there on that offensive line because they had another one.
Alaric?
Yeah, that starts with an E.
But he's the AL. I think it's ALARIC. Maybe is that right?
Yeah,
he's a tackle though,
and
right?
he just got re-signed though.
Yes.
They're all in on him.
Yeah.
Jonah, they gave permission to sink a trade, and he found one.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it more as what is the market saying? We're in the market for interior offensive line.
Yeah.
And that just didn't match up for us.
Maybe, and there could be this. I mean, there's a lot of things in play here without knowing. First, and these aren't, these aren't suggestions on my part. What these are, these are variables. There's some variables we don't know. We don't know what they think of Cooper Hodges.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what they think of. We don't know what they're doing with that number 5 pick.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. So they're
Cooper Hodges has got to prove he can stay on the football field for a full year. That's
a
his,
million percent. But if they feel like he could be a guard that you would draft in round 5, then maybe you draft somewhere else in round 5. Or he's the only guy that I know that Hance and these other guys are on the.
Van Landen was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, again,
good for what? Yeah.
Well, even if you look at the roster right now with Armstead and Mason Smith down there, Mason Graham doesn't exactly fit necessarily on our roster, but.
Yeah, I am not buying any part of Eric Armstead having anything left, and I'm not falling for this offseason grift of they move me over 3 feet and I can't beat anybody, but move me back 3 feet and I'm going to be dominant. Well, I'm not buying it.
I think it's fair to just be in a wait and see mode for Eric. We've seen it before, and I'd like to see it again in the Jags unit.
This reeks of every other big name free agent we got from somewhere else who came here
and then in free agency, where free agency in my experience in baseball gets you, it's not the dollars on the year, it's the years on the contract, because it's difficult. And in football, the last year of a football deal to me looks like it's an option year for the team. If you play well, they'll retain you at that number. If they want to restructure, then they'll look to knock the number down or just release you. So like the Gabe Davis and Eric Armstead deals for 3 years, we're living year 2 right now.
Yeah, and look, this is one thing. We touched on this earlier, and we bounced around some great topics. It's been a fun conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse. I don't care. We can bring in if they go sign Patrick Mahomes and TJ Watt, and I'm gonna say you're gonna have
Let's go.
You know what I'm gonna say on March 12th? Well, you're gonna have to show me. I mean, I'm tired of it. Last year we we accepted it all mightily, no downgrades.
Coming my way.
Yeah,
thinking like me now. I like that.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Show me.
I'm
Amen,
in Missouri,
brother.
I'm in Missouri right
but
now.
I've got plenty of. But listen, we've got plenty of we've got plenty of company in that every year, forever and ever and ever, we have gotten on board and made the best of whatever name we just signed.
But I'm enthused about it, like with the new coach. And
I think
71.
most fans are just happy that someone else is picking and deciding and shaping, and that part does bring us joy going forward as we start this transition and getting on the field a little bit earlier. A lot of changes already down there. There's construction kind of going on around the stadium right now already. So,
can y'all help me here real quick?
That's what we're here for.
Reference a couple of things for me. Can somebody tell me when Joe Thuney was drafted? Just look up just fire me some names here. Joe Thuney.
Okay.
Where was he drafted?
It's by the way, Tooney.
Okay, Tooney.
I don't know.
It might be.
Third round, 78th overall selection.
When was Quinn? How do you even say his last name? Is it Miners for Denver? Meinerz. Can you tell me when he was drafted?
It's Miners.
Yeah, Miners. Yeah. Quinn Miners for what?
He was third, 98th overall.
Okay, third, 98th overall. Just give me if you'll just give me just a couple more. Actually, we'll just go with that. All right, so that's 2 third-rounders. Those are your 2 first-round guards. I pity the fool that drafts
All-Pro? Is that what
yes,
you meant? Okay.
First-team All-Pro. I pity the foolish organization that drafts a guard number 5. I pity you. It's a damn stupid move. Don't take guard 5th.
Well,
if he's a tackle, take him.
Well,
because you get them, it's too easy. If you're finding all pros at these other positions, you're getting them in round 1, baby. You're not getting them in round 3 and 5.
You're telling me on one hand that we got to fix this offensive line. You're getting the best offensive lineman in the entire draft.
Maybe.
Well, if you take him, you believe he is.
Maybe.
Okay, well, then you're.
Yeah.
That
I would
changes
say,
everything.
I guess the difference between the best guard in the draft and the third-round guard.
But you're saying even if he is the best guard in the draft,
That's
don't
right.
take him.
Yeah. Yes, I am saying
So it's
that.
just too high for you. It's got to be a
Right.
tackle.
The best guard is not worth the 5th best player in a draft. To me.
So I feel maybe for you it would be Campbell if they did take him there. He stays at tackle.
Sure,
and then
you
move in
upgrade
Little,
a tackle and you go
then
give
move
me a
in
guard who's better than Sheriff. That I'm all down with. Yeah. And by the way, if you're overall is this guy's a bookend tackle and we're going to play him for a year at guard, okay, that's not the same. If you're drafting and by the way, Lidstrom and Martin and the Indy guys that's escaping me. These guys are all first-round picks at guard. I'm not saying you can't find a pick, but they don't come at number 5, number 3. They just don't. To me, it's not that it's a mistake to draft good talent at 3 or 5. It's that position. It seems as much or more than any other. You get
Quentin Nelson was 6th overall.
Yeah, 6th overall. So I get it. It has happened. But again, I would offer
They
you.
say he's going to the Hall of Fame.
And I'll give you an example of the impact that he's made in Indy.
Yeah.
0 playoff wins. Not that it's his fault, but
I mean, I know. Josh Allen, no Super Bowl.
I hear you.
I mean, so.
I hear you.
All right, we got to grab a break. We're rocking and rolling. It's the ITP Power Hour with Daniel Murphy. We're back with more next right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's the season of sandals and sundresses.
And the Players' Championship.
Listen for 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard updates. Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Magnified.
And Kingfish Pest Control.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods. San Marco, Avondale, or the shops upon Avedra.
When persistent plumbing problems leave you feeling flushed, don't panic.
Call Roland Reich. They quote all pricing in advance, so your only surprise is how quickly they'll solve your issue. Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Your yard starting to look a little like a jungle? Well, it might be time for a little TLC. Or how about RTC, Russell Tree Care? At Russell Tree Care, they give your trees the perfect haircut. Whether it's trimming or removing, they'll make sure your yard looks its best, all while keeping safety as a top priority. Call Russell Tree Care today and let them take care of your trees. Russell Tree Care, 844-4Mr. Wood. That's 844-467-9663. Or visit RussellTreeCareLLC.com today. Your trees will thank you.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. You're going to want to beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get one room Zero Resified starting at $53. Hey, and take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Don't forget about your air ducts. Your air ducts sort of like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air quality suffers. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them Dan or 1010XL sent you. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Get your Irish up. The first St. Patrick Parade was right here in St. Augustine in the year 1601. Join the fun Saturday, March the 8th at 10 a.m. Be sure and wear your green proudly. More at CelticParade.com. Sponsored by St. John's County PDC.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Fernandina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Fernandina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to Pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com. Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and find them in Fernandina.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, we're back. We are live inside the DivorcemenOnly.com studios on a Beach Road Plumbing Wednesday. And I got a question for the boys here. See, I know Murph loves to keep up with the entire league in the offseason. So I bet you when it comes to offseason moves and the transaction wire, Murphy's probably even ahead of Hick and I. Now, no one knows the Mets and Braves like we do, but that's another story.
Okay.
But what I have, I'm going to put your vast baseball knowledge and experience to the test.
Okay.
And I've asked you in the break to expedite the
I got it right here.
Process.
Postseason picture.
I need you to tell me, at least according to this one platform's judgment, this comes from R.J. Anderson at CBS Sports.
The R.J. Anderson.
That one.
Ronald Jones Anderson.
I think so. Or Rick James.
That
no
relation to Kenny
Anderson.
Cocaine
All right,
is
here's what I need you. How many teams make the playoffs now? Is it 14? How many got in last year? Is it 14 teams now?
Is it
12?
Four,
you get the 4, and then you have the 3 wild cards.
Yeah, right.
3 and 4. 6, 12.
on each.
Yeah.
Right?
12. I don't know.
No one knows, really.
Used to just be 4.
I mean, that's why I asked you to pull up in front of me.
Well, I got them right here.
Well, then count. How many teams do you count? How many different
4,
teams?
5, 6.
Yeah, and then 2 buys,
12.
right?
Yeah, there you
12 total.
All right, perfect.
Okay. I was right.
3
I thought we
wild
were
card
down
teams,
to 1.
3 division winners, 3 wild
Are
card
you sure
teams,
that's last year? I thought we were down to 1 bye in baseball. Or is that football?
No, that's
I
football.
think it's football, yeah.
All right. I need you to tell me the 5 teams from last year's postseason most unlikely to return to the postseason.
According to R.J. Anderson?
According to R.J. Anderson. According to this 5-team guide. And it's interesting who you're going to take for the 5th team. I think you'll be able to wind your way through 2 or 3 for sure.
The Dodgers, he's got in.
They're getting through. The Mets,
We're looking
they
for
like
the
to-
5 from
they like
last year
Philly.
who will not return this year.
Brewers.
I think
Even though they make it every year, it'll be the Brewers.
It's
Will
going
be
to
one
be
of
a
them.
bit of the central here. You got the Brewers, the Guardians, the Tigers,
Yes.
and the KC. I think we got some answers in there.
We need some. They need.
Then you need the fifth one.
I need registered. Are you taking all 4?
We're
of them?
taking the Brewers.
Okay, game's over.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, the Brewers are still.
Sorry, I jumped
Like
the gun.
again, by the way, this
He
is
jumped on
likely.
that. He jumped the gun on me too. Just to prove me wrong.
so it's
No,
mutual.
I'm not trying
He
to
wanted to win.
No, I didn't.
You saw. I mean, Brewers barely came out.
no.
And the game's over.
But you already had said Brewers. I was trying to get you off of the Brewers is what I was trying to do because you were right on the other 3.
Okay.
Number 1, most unlikely, they say is Detroit. I can buy that. Didn't Detroit get super hot for like a month to even get in?
They traded Jack Flaherty at the deadline.
Yeah, they were
and
sellers.
They were sellers.
Yeah.
And then they got super hot in September.
They were
and
almost
and
going to
made
shut down
Who did they-
Skubal, I think.
Who did they bring back? They just signed a pitcher though, didn't they?
Yes.
They didn't bring Flaherty back, did
No.
they? It was who'd they bring? The Tigers signed somebody.
I'm missing out.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so they are most unlikely, it says.
Charlie Morton.
Charlie Morton.
There we go.
No, Baltimore.
They
Was
brought,
he?
Charlie Morton went to Baltimore.
Did he? Dang it.
I think
Yeah,
they
it was
brought
orange.
Flaherty back, didn't
That's
they?
what I think.
I
All
think
right,
he
I was
literally
wrong.
went back to, and then they got the guy from Tampa through San Francisco. Cobb? Didn't they go get Cobb or one of the
Okay,
Brandon
Alex
Webb, one of
Cobb.
those dudes? I get Cobb and Webb. I know Webb's a lot better, but
Well, they got former
not
Met
Webb,
Thomas
but who's the guy
Zapuki.
out there?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other? Who's the
Jack
Giant
Flaherty
starter?
signed as a free agent.
Yeah, so they did get Flaherty back. All right, so but anyway, point being, Detroit was on the list at number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is another Central team, the Royals.
Yep.
That's believable. Do they have enough pitching? I guess that's the question. Do they got the
Lugo, Walker,
and
Yeah.
the Gator, right?
They traded Brady Singer away
Oh,
for
they did.
Jonathan India.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Gator hookup.
Gator on Gator.
Yeah, Gator on
Right.
Gator transaction.
They got Caglione and Witt though.
So that means they think the Twins are going to win the Central. right?
Guardians. They got the Guardians too. So all 3 of those Central teams
Are out.
booted. Well, and again, this is likely. They're not saying they'll
So
miss
there's
it. They're
2
just-
more teams from the National League.
Yeah, there's 2 teams, and they're both from. No, only one is from the National.
Oh. Is it, and it's
yeah,
not the
which-
Brewers. Is it the Pods?
It's the Padres.
Yeah.
Who didn't do much. In fact, their
No.
fan base got a little bit.
Well, they had that scuffle over who was the owner,
Right.
Like between the old one's wife and,
And,
the
and
brother.
meanwhile, the Giants went and got Adames. Didn't they get Verlander too? So the
Yeah.
Giants added some guys, and the Padres
Arizona got Corbin
and Arizona
Burns.
got Corbin.
Yeah.
Burns,
So the
made
rest
some
of the and the
additions.
Dodgers added another 3 All-Stars. So
Right.
the San Diego more than anything is just everyone else got a little better, it seems. And then 5th, and boy, you're stepping out on a ledge when you suggest this one.
Must
and
be
by
Houston.
the way, you're going to got all 4 from the Central. You say, was there 4 from the Central last year? Oh, no, there's a West team here in there. Houston's West, aren't they?
Yes.
I think I'm missing. Were they Central at one point ever?
National
When they
League,
went
right?
American? No, nationally they were West with us.
then they were
yeah.
West, yeah.
They've always been West.
They have Houston out.
Houston, they got out. Yeah, I'm not believing that.
Altuve goes to left field, I saw.
Houston was never in the National League Central.
They were in the National League West. Well, unless they went. I know they were in the Braves division until did they? They may have gone to the Central before they went to the American League.
That's what I think, because they were running.
If they
6
went
teams in
straight
the
National
Central.
League to American League, then they were never
Yeah,
in,
they
the
were in the
Central.
Central.
because
Yeah.
the NL Central had 6 teams and the
Holy
AL
cow.
West had 4.
Bro, they were in the Central from 94 to 2012.
Oh yeah, for the whole time. Then, as soon as they left the West,
Yes.
they went to
Okay.
the NL Central.
Yes.
Oh yes, we got to know that too because they beat
Yeah.
the White Sox in the World Series, right? Or the White Sox won that World Series.
White
Sox
The
won
White
it.
Sox won
Yeah.
one.
Sox.
It's all over the board here. I can't wait for baseball. It's been kind
So
of.
Altuve goes to left field.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they have at second that's just overpowering? And has to-
Mauricio Dubon, I believe,
Yeah.
is he playing there?
All
and
right.
then they had, they thought they might do the third baseman that they traded for, I think, from the Rays, and his name.
Oh,
is eluding
yeah.
me now.
Paredes.
Yes, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
That was when
again, you're got to be some kind of sucker to say that you don't think the Astros are going to the playoffs. In fact, let's take it a step further. Who from the West is then? Like, who's better? It's not.
It's probably not. I mean, you wouldn't say better. I feel like
Texas.
Did Seattle get bats?
No.
They didn't get.
No,
any.
they didn't do
spend
enough. Texas.
It'd be Texas for
Texas.
me. Like I would trust them the most since they're just a year removed.
Well,
from
they got
winning
that.
the World
And they
Series.
got that offense too. And a couple of them were injured last year. You're going to get those
And they're
guys
injured
back.
right now. Adulis Garcia, but that would be the one. I
Yeah,
would
he's
take.
out. Why don't we do this? Smoltz did it, and maybe it's time. I guess I know he's fighting it, and he's making $40 million. But I got to get something out of you. What about
DeGrom.
Jake in the bullpen?
Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah, closer.
Is he banged up?
No,
right now?
he's
Oh,
fine.
I'm
Well,
We're easing him back.
Again,
I mean,
his
I think
season's
he's-
going to.
I think
Season will
he's-
end May 14th. It's like it always does. They'll shut him down. So to Hick's point, can you get an inning out of him every third day rather than getting 41 innings and then the season ending?
Those bullpen guys get treated not well. Now, he wouldn't get treated that way, the rest of them, but it's difficult to get up.
I'm 2 years with Jake in Texas. I got nothing out of him.
He participated the first year. He got
how many wins? What's he got? 5 wins in 2 years?
Yeah, he's through for about 6 weeks the first year. It's just
that's
the bullpen. I would say it's going to be more difficult for Jake to get up and get ready in the bullpen, possibly not go in,
right,
and then get up and do it again.
Why did Smoltzy do it then? He
was coming off injury.
He's
a bulldog too.
Yeah, and John broke a couple times as well too. Now he kept pitching, but did he have 2 Tommy John surgeries?
I only remember one. I only remember one.
Jake has 2 wins for Texas in 2 years.
So what Smoltz is saying when he says bullpen do, he must be thinking.
I'm not saying Smoltz said it. I'm asking the question.
You're asking. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
The back end, if it was along the lines of Smoltz, which is what you would do with DeGrom, is like when we get you up, we're going to take you in.
Yes.
To work night after night, and then it's hard down there. Like it's just the bullpen guys. They get
40 innings in 2 years.
I mean, which is
100 innings in the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's better when Jake is healthy, and he hasn't been healthy.
204 innings in 19.
Oh, baby.
Last time.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore.
No. He went 201, 217, 204.
Oh, my
3 years in a row.
goodness.
The Mets annihilated.
That's a lot of work, right? That is so much work.
Doesn't seem like it either, though. I wonder how many pitches thrown.
Yeah.
Jake could have some games where he didn't throw a lot. Jake didn't labor.
Just meet you right in the zone.
Yeah.
And just right there.
Jake didn't labor a lot, but I'm rooting for him, man. He's a great guy. I love the guy. He's a great Met, so I hope he can bounce back, and I don't have to deal with him. So, go Jake.
It's kind of. I know it's easy for a Met fan. That's going to be hard. I'm just going to go into an abject meltdown when DeGrom goes waltzing into the Hall of Fame despite a shortened career and the last 5 years doing nothing, while my guy will just continue to sit out west somewhere and wait because he did nothing the last few. I mean, how many years in the last 5 years, calendar years, how many wins does Jake DeGrom have?
Last 5 years? Counting the COVID year, 11, 16, 18 wins.
Yeah. 18 wins in 5 years, and they're going to
only got 8 losses, though.
How many careers? Does he have 100? How many wins does he have?
84 and 57.
That's unbelievable. We put this guy on some sort of Rushmore. He's got 84 wins. I'm done with DeGrom.
There you go.
I hated when he won the Cy with 4 wins.
Well, you need to check those numbers again. There, you're looking at the
10-9 with a 1.7 ERA.
Good Lord.
How many innings?
217.
41.
Woo. 217.
Now he's going to need to spike. He needs to throw another 400 innings probably.
Yeah.
Like at least maybe 400 to 600 innings.
Yeah, 84
for a Hall of Fame.
If you can't go to the Hall of Fame as a starting pitcher with 84 wins, it's impossible.
You're just going to have to spike.
Yeah.
We got to grab a break. We'll keep it rolling. Come back, make the turn for home next.
Man, I thought I was embellishing when I said not 100.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Living life on the edge of your seat.
Are you kidding me?
Your front row seat for play-by-play.
Break it free, they're not going to catch you.
1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
At Beaver Chevrolet, we believe your experience should be more than just buying a car. It should be a lifetime of confidence, care, and trust. That's why we're proud to offer lifetime warranties and lifetime customer service. At Beaver Chevrolet, we're not just here to sell you a car. We're here to establish a lifelong relationship that you can always count on. It's simple. You deserve the best and shouldn't settle for less. Visit Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where we're ready to give you a peace of mind for a lifetime.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Zero Res. Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. I love Zero Res. I've used them numerous times. Something about them, man. First off, they're professional. Do a great job at your house. Your house looks better, smells better, feels better when Zero Res comes through. And don't forget about your air ducts. Your air ducts are like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air quality suffers, man. You don't believe me? Check out the customer reviews. More than 8,000. Right? 5 stars the best you can do. They average 4.9. All right? This month, get one room Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner starting just $53. Go ahead and take $100 off your air duct cleaning as well. You owe it to yourself and your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Zero Res, man. Go ahead and do it. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them 1010XL sent you. Zero res, spelled forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Hey y'all, I'm Hannah with the Deck Guys. We've been locally owned and operated for over 10 years in the outdoor living space. If you are looking to get spring projects started, like a new deck, pavers installed, or maybe a pergola, we would love to earn your business. Just remember,
Call the Deck Guys if you want a brand new deck, pavers, or more. Call 904-813-2474.
thedeckguysjacks.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 5th, 1985, Mike Bossy of the New York Islanders scores his 50th goal, becoming the first NHL player to score 50 goals in 8 consecutive seasons.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with WonderWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call WindowWorld today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
WindowWorld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
Hey, this is David with Royal Pest Services. The fact that we've been bundled up the past month gave us an idea. Let's bundle up also with our Centricon and Pest Control Bundle, starting at $349. Visit RoyalPestServices.com for your free inspection.
The First Tee Tour Card is back for 2025 and better than ever, with access to over 15 of North Florida's best courses and new this year, local participating businesses. This card is your ticket to saving hundreds. First Tee North Florida is a local nonprofit who build character in youth participants through the game of golf. This annual fundraiser enables this amazing organization the ability to build game changers. Grab your tour card for just $99 at tourcard.org. for a list of participating partners, benefits, and restrictions.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, welcome back. Cooling down a little bit, man. Good talk today on, on the NFL and the draft and free agency, which starts next week. We're trying to figure out
the legal tampering period. To me, the NFL off seasons are a wild ride.
And all they'll do is they'll just back up a day and break the rule anyway. Like when they had it without, then they backed it up, and then they give legal tampering, and we learn stuff the day before legal tampering.
And so this is kind of the setting of the table right now.
Used
the
to be like hot
tags.
stove. It used to be hot stove, but we don't have it as much anymore. We don't have that hot stove. Flurry.
I'm cool.
Flurry going on next week.
Well, you take the whole the whole sports industry over.
Yeah,
like it's the way NBA does.
Like you'll sit there at midnight the night before, and it'll be like boom, boom, boom. Oh,
right.
What?
That's fun.
Oh, hey, what?
That's fun.
Last year's the first year I really paid attention. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
If you like
maybe this year
transactions-
maybe this year we'll sign some impactful players who will make a positive impact on our roster. I look at last year's free agent class. I'm not sure we got any pop at all. Zero from them. Maybe Savage made a play or two. I don't know if anyone else even made a play. I don't know what Morse did. I don't know what he did. I looked at PFF's ranking of centers from a year ago. They only went 15 deep. He didn't show.
Yeah.
So maybe
he played every game, I guess.
Maybe the Peterson offense wasn't center friendly. All right, I'm cooling down on Sweet Home Alabama. We send our basketball teams up to Alabama today for a couple of big games. Florida and Bama in Tuscaloosa, 7 o'clock tip. Now, good news, Hick. I saw Graham Cam in the hallway, who's fashions
told me they're
himself.
winning.
Yeah, it's a blowout tonight. It's going to be a big night. So Graham Cam says Florida wins the game. I'm a little bit nervous. If I were power ranking this SEC 4, I'm not sure I'd have Alabama just a stitch ahead of Florida based on what they've done the last few years, including going to the Final Four a year ago. But JU plays at North Alabama tonight. So that's the semifinals of the ASUN tournament. The only way JU or UNF's ever going to make a March Madness is winning the conference tournament. Winning the regular season doesn't do a bit of good in a league like that. So if JU is going to keep chasing the dream, they'll have to beat North Alabama tonight. I will say this. JU is just as good as the top of that league. They got to play these games on the road.
Lipscomb's pretty good. They need Queens to upset Lipscomb.
That'd
then
be
they
nice.
could if they won tonight, they'd get to host the conference championship.
You know what? Would it be
on the Oak Shrouded Arlington?
Would it be crazy because I'm such a sports fan. Like I could see JU's playing for it all, and I could encourage $6,000 to show up, but. They would never move to the Coliseum for a big game.
For a game like that. I don't know.
Like in the day, they feel like they would have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't
we
know
used
if
to go
people
down there when we were on campus.
Well, you wouldn't want, and here's what you wouldn't want to do: you're hosting, and you've developed your own little version of Cameron Indoor there, a tiny on-campus arena. You don't want to now go down to the big arena and 2,000 show up and it's empty and it doesn't have that.
And you change up your routine a little bit.
First, let's get a win tonight at North Alabama and host Queens College upsets Lipscomb, because if not, JU goes to Lipscomb, and the way that game typically goes, Lipscomb wins by 18 and goes off to the tournament again.
Breaking news from the rap sheet: he got in a fight. No fights today for the rap sheet. He is saying the Bears are busy, expected to trade for Chiefs All-Pro guard Joe Thuney, as the Chicago continues to load up on the offensive line. So Kansas City gets younger, frees up some money to use elsewhere.
Thuney, when I was looking at researching the guards, Thuney has been first or second All-Pro guard for like 5-6 years in a row now.
They moved him to left tackle. It didn't quite work in the Super Bowl, but it worked for a time being.
I can tell you,
Kansas City does need to revamp their O-line.
Here's what's happened. The Chiefs have realized, this guy's about to go downhill. Whoop, see ya.
What was does it say the cost yet?
Doesn't say. Doesn't say what the trade is.
Do you know what is it? I'd be curious to know his contract is.
Gosh, this sounds like loser Chicago. This
gets me going.
This sounds like Chicago is picking up some old news.
In 2021, he signed a 5-year, $80 million deal.
So this is the last year of it.
What, 16 a year?
He got $47 million in guarantees. So
again, he's the All-Pro guard every year. But I just feel like this is Sheriff going to Jacksonville. He'll be okay, but he won't be what they was there. That's exactly what this is. This is Brandon Sheriff to the Jags 3 or 4 years ago.
No, they already traded for Jonah Jackson. The Bears had a bad offensive line. Caleb Williams got sacked 68 times.
He got smacked.
Now, 3 of them are free agents.
I'll give them credit for being aggressive, because you're right. We just talked about the Jonah Jackson. That was them, too.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the Rams guard at one
Bears
spot.
are rumored to be sending a 4th-round pick to the Chiefs.
So they got 2 guards, but this is short-term, right? When you go get Thuney,
creates $16 million in cap space for the Chiefs, leaves them with $10.7 million in dead money.
The Chiefs get to a point where their O-line where they don't like it. They're like, I'm not quibbling with you guys. Get the hell out of here, all of y'all.
I think they're trying to keep Trey Smith and we've got to deal with him on the other side.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And they got and Creed Humphrey's a great center. I mean, they'll find a guard because what they'll do is go find one.
But they got whooped in the Super Bowl.
That's right. And like I said, they're not just going to sit on it.
No.
So they'll need a tackle too.
What's that, E?
I didn't get to ask y'all this. Debo went to the Commanders for a 5th rounder.
Yeah, I loved it.
You loved that?
I loved it. Now I'll tell you why. Because if I'm Washington, all right, I'm paying him $17 million this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Debo may be toast. I mean, have I seen enough of him to know that he's not toast? But I'm ready to win now.
I feel like,
and if I'm ready to win now, I'll take him for 1 year.
Okay.
At $17 million, and I think that takes a area of concern off the board for me, and we'll go from there.
Again, gut. I agree.
That's my thought.
Hunches and gut feelings don't get you very far, but when you do this job for as long as we have, you kind of get them. Here's what I think happens with Debo. I think he has an unbelievable hell of a year one with Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go up there this year. He'll have 1,200 yards. He'll be Mr. And that's what they'll get from him. And that's it. And then that'll be it for Debo and his risen star in the NFL. I think he turns 32 this year. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah. So, and he plays hard through contact. So, I could see, if healthy, I could see him really. He's like when Anquan Bolden, when he would take that next job and you always thought he was done, he'd have one good year wherever he went. Debo's got some Anquan Bolden in him, doesn't he?
Debo's 29.
Is he? Okay.
Oh, only 29. Okay.
Just turned 29.
He's just he's an old 29 from the tear.
He's gotten beat up.
He's played running back.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just done a lot.
On a 1-year deal, I think it's a good chance for Washington to take. And
I don't really think I'd want the Jags to go get Debo. I don't know if that fits where we are. They're a little different spot. They were in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, we're
game.
ready to win now.
Yeah.
This can help us get over the top.
For sure.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I don't mind the move. I'm giving up a 5th rounder. Big deal.
Yeah.
I think to see.
You can afford it. Again.
And by the way, I think the Niners with
I think it's
Jennings and Pearsall.
They like Pearsall.
And I don't think Ayuk's he's coming off an injury. I think he's going to get phased out. And I don't think I think they've made a mistake.
I don't trust him.
I don't like that money.
No,
I don't trust Jennings.
Ayuk all that bread.
Yeah.
Ayuk, I think getting rid of Debo is to give Ayuk this natural domain you need as a diva to be the number one guy. And it's all about you.
I don't think Ayuk is a number one.
I think he's
great number 2.
Yeah, I'm not saying what I think. I'm saying they're going to treat him like one, and he'll get to be one, and hopefully that'll help his feelings.
Last year, I don't know about you guys, but I watched a lot of the Niners because I had like fantasy guys on their team. But I don't remember. Debo's uniform was always so much cleaner than I remember it being. Like
Debo did not have a good.
It was one of those years where Debo actually played. We looked like 14 games, but it feels like he played 9. Like he may have had games where he went in and left early. That's another thing with Debo. They put that games played. Sometimes it doesn't represent. Sometimes he'll go in.
Ayuk's had one impressive year.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
75 for 1342.
Yeah. What did he have last year? Because I know he got hurt.
25 catches in 7 games.
And then, as a little, Joe Thuney's, this is the last year of his deal, and he got There was for a 4th-round pick?
Yes.
So we're getting an idea of what the guard market looks like on a 1-year deal. So 4th-round picks.
There you go.
I don't know what's left out there at the guard position if you're going veteran trade. There's some, there's some out there perhaps.
Smith is
who are the guards in free agency? Have we even looked at them, Hick? Anything stand out? I don't even recall seeing. Becton, he'd be the big one.
Oh, there's some guards in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't
What
looked.
about Becton? Or is that now that feels? Well, here's the thing with the hunches. He feels like a guy that was like Philly perfect, and if he goes somewhere else, you're not going to get the guy that you saw in Philly.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel that about him. He's also blocking for the best. That ain't Bigsby and ETN. He's blocking for.
Yeah.
He's blocking for a guy that does a reverse 360, jumps over you. Frog hop
dunk.
Yeah.
Oh man. There's Drew Dahlman as a center for the Falcons.
Yeah.
He'd be available.
Yeah.
So Will Freeze is offensive guard from the Colts, I believe.
Yeah, it is the Colts. But he's coming off an injury. I think he tore his ACL here against us.
Yeah. So there's some guys out there, but again,
I just like seeing.
I like drafting. I like drafting those.
Yeah, and I think they do. I feel like what they want to do is they want that interior of that offensive line, especially to come via the draft. And one thing that we've not done here that every other good team, contending team has done is we haven't found all-star level offensive line talent rounds 3 through 7. Everybody else does. Everybody else who's good does. And we don't. We never have. So at some point, that's got to start happening.
Murph, great to see you. Appreciate you as always, man. Love it.
When is the regular season opener for all of us? It's got to be coming, right? Is it March?
End of March.
It is March, right? It's not April this year.
Right, like 27th or something like that. Somewhere there.
Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Jaguars today, ready to dive in on a Hump Day Wednesday. What are we doing?
Can't wait. We've got Mock Draft Wednesday.
Yes.
So we got our latest 7-round mocks. Got Tony Pauline coming on to talk combine, or the
always some good nuggets
out from the combine. And today we're going to talk about trade back candidates. If you have a favorite one, you know, if you're dropping back. A few have already seen somebody say, I'd like to trade back and get Will Campbell. I'd like to trade back and get Travis Hunter personally, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, you know? So certain guys you got to, I think, take out of the equation if you're going to be.
I like the South Carolina safety.
He was one of our options in our poll today.
Good. He's
Evan Worry.
Yeah. Is that how you say?
I don't know.
Emma
Tell me, SEC guy.
Yeah. That's correct, Michael.
So that's what we'll be doing today.
I like that. Have a great show. Mike Dempsey, Tony, the gang. Tony Pauline always has some good draft nuggets as well, and some combine notes. Post-combine notes will be along on their program. Our work here is done, Jeffrey.
Is JU tomorrow night? JU's tonight, isn't it? I'm getting on the text line. It's tomorrow night. That's not right, is it? Isn't it tonight?
I don't know. You're throwing me a curve.
Well, correct. At the end. I'm just doing it before we get out of here.
Well, you'll find that out and let them know.
If he's listening, just everybody.
I got to swerve
radios tonight.
Hey, I got to swerve.
In the corner, whoa.
Jaguars today is next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Let's go behind the curtain at 1010XL.
Next time it'll be flawless.
It's still the flea circus. It's all in a